Hello and welcome back to Marietta Esports Twitch channel. My name is Tyler Azadale Salanitro. Today I am joined on this lovely Saturday evening by my good friend
Dylan Shoulders. It's nice to be here, everybody. Let's see some League of Legends.
Yes sir, casting League of Legends. So today, who do we have playing each other?
We have Mount Union versus Marietta College. It's going to be an interesting match.
Previously, Mount Union versus Marietta College. We are at a matchup of 2-0 against them, with games going 4-1 in total. So overall, we have beaten Mount Union in the past. Let's see if Mount Union can maybe come back and break the record today.
All right. Who do we have playing against him? What's the starting lineup?
Today's starting lineup for League of Legends is we have Brimstone, who will be the jungler for Marietta College.
We got Rallick going mid. Our AD carry is War Cyclone. Support is Maxi Bar 101. And our one of our top laners is MewQ12345. And then Rico Rodriguez 00.
This looks like a very good, strong starting lineup. And fun fact, Raylick and War Cyclone are both challengers in League of Legends.
Ooh.
How do you think that's going to fare up in today's matchup?
I think I'm going to see a lot of leadership. Everyone should be paying close attention as they teach us how to play this game. Because, let me tell you, I have not hit Challenger.
I have gotten through the tutorial. Today is definitely going to be an interesting match, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go ahead and head on over to today's pick and bans. Okay, we have Mount Union banning. What does that champion look like to you? Is that Caitlyn?
Mount Union's banned Caitlyn, while Marietta's banned Darius.
Mount Union with the Caitlyn ban. I have heard she is very powerful in today's meta as of right now.
So is Darius. And then, we got Kiana.
Tell me more about that pick. Why are they trying to ban Kiana?
She's pretty strong. Depending on how fed she gets, it's pretty insane dealing with her. Oh, and then with the Olaf ban, that's pretty nice. You don't want him to like just running at you like early game, just getting free kills and like boosting all of the lanes. That's interesting. Skarner, there you go. You don't want that R. And then Master Yi, interesting pick. Master Yi's pretty dangerous if he ends up getting a lot of kills, but we'll see what the strat is. We'll see. A lot of melee champions banned by Marietta. This is interesting.
Definitely very interesting, folks. We will see that which compositions coming up here that each player would like to pick.
Mount Union with the Shen. Shen's pretty strong right now. Probably going top. We'll find out. Then Misfortune. There we go. Nice ADC.
Oh, the good old Misfortune pick. Now, if I am correctly, I think Marietta might be going for an Ashe pick here. I have noticed either Relic or not Relic, War Cyclone has favored the Ashe in some previous games. Whether they're going to pull her out here today or not I have no clue.
Probably not. Ashe and Misfortune usually take the same kind of roles, so we're going, instead of Ashe, we're saying Misfortune, probably holding the Ashe out for later. And then we've got on Mount Union we have Volibear, pretty nice pick. You got a lot of like really big kind of tanky boys on Mount Union with the Ezreal, which is pretty nice. Ezreal's got a lot of people to block for him. On Marietta we have not Darius, I apologize, but we got the King of Demacia himself. And so that's a pretty good one. His R is going to be really tricky, trapping a couple of Mount Union's players at least once this game, so look out for that one. And then with the Nautilus, we got a lot of good CC for Misfortune to get a couple hits on. Let's see what's on.
Definitely like a very interesting lineup coming in from both sides here. This looks like it's going to be a really interesting match today. Yeah. Who do you think is coming out on top based on the roster today?
Right now, I'm probably going to start with Mount Union. That Volibear with the Shen, that's pretty like a lot of tanky boys right there, as I said before. And with like their CC right now, not including the fact that Shen can teleport almost anywhere, it's it's going to be very interesting. I also want to see Marietta get some AP maybe, because there's a lot of AD right now. All right, we got Mount Union banning the Ornn. All right, that's probably a good pick for the top lane. Gets top lane picks because Ornn with his R is also pretty dangerous. Not including the fact he's also can be built extremely tanky, which they don't want to see. And then we got the Fizz. All right, that's pretty nice. That can definitely mess up Ezreal if Fizz is allowed to go up against him at least once. All right, Marietta's hitting them with the Malphite. Very nice. We got a lot of good CC and good ults on Marietta. The cool thing about Malphite is he can also go AP, I believe. So that if they do end up going him with the less tanking and more just AP route, which I'm not entirely sure why they would do that, this would be pretty nice. A good good champion. And we got Taric. Taric is also pretty nice. So we're seeing a lot of... It's going to be really hard to kill Mount Union if they get ahead. A lot of their champions are just... Oof. Whoa.
What kind of strat do you think that Marietta is going for with all these kind of CC-heavy heroes?
It's like, probably they're trying to... what I'm thinking Marietta is, I'm not an expert in any way. However, I do believe Marietta's trying to go for a more balanced pick right now with the Diana. That's a lot of late game. So the longer the game's going to go, I'm getting the feeling that Marietta's probably going to go on top. However, Mount Union with their lineup does have a pretty balanced comp on both sides. So this will be a very interesting game. Oh wait. Not Diana. We might see the Echo. And there's the Echo. So that Zoe and that Ezreal better watch out. They're
Ezreal, pretty strong hero in the current meta, is what I can tell. However, he does take a lot of skill to provide. I have tried playing Ezreal myself in previous matches, and let me tell you, he takes a lot of skill to get value out of.
All right, so
let's talk a little bit about the rosters we have here today. As you can see on Marietta's side, we actually have, again, our two challenger players up against Mount Union's 4 platinum or gold players. How else do you think that'll come into effect today?
How do you think I'm going to balance it? Honestly, League of Legends is one of those games where it's going to be a team effort. So just because Marietta has 2 challengers, if everyone's not on the balls of feet and really taking each other seriously, we might see it like an upset. Because right now, looking at the challengers, they're probably going to do pretty well. But with the platinum players there on Mount Union's side, I do believe that with good team synergy, they'll be able to give us a good match.
It will be a definitely good match indeed. Both teams do look very balanced against each other. I am heavily looking forward to this head-to-head matchup coming out from Mount Union and Marietta.
Yep, and as we're seeing here, once again, just picking once again the things we already figured out before. Shen for Mount Union, which is pretty nice. It's like Malphite, which is, as we said before, that's definitely going to help. I'm pretty sure Marietta picked Malphite, right? So then Jarvan, of course, for Volibear. Oh no. Echo by Relic, this will be very interesting to see. So we got the second pick of the ban phase, let's see what they have. Alright. Taking some time. So right now, from what I'm seeing, this is definitely going to be very interesting to see which jungle is going to be better, because if you can get that Zoe ahead that's going to be pretty big for that team. Then
right.
Then with Jarvan, Jarvan's really great at ganking. So this will be very interesting. I'm going to have to say that each team is going to have to be very careful about warding.
Definitely gonna come down to who can get that first dragon in the first 10 minutes of the game. It's gonna be Jarvan or Zoe.
Yeah.
Junglers are gonna have a massive impact on this game today.
Yeah. I will say though, Fortunately, we got that Echo with that AP scaling and Malphite. Malphite's probably going to go tanky. So the only real source of AP is going to be for Echo. It's going to be the Echo, which is interesting. And then with Nautilus, obviously, with his. Alright, well, here we go.
Well, folks, we are about to start the game. Everybody get hype in the chat. We have the first match of the season between Mount Union and Marietta. All right, folks, so it seems as though we have a couple people joining us on Discord. We are trying to get things set up. Drayton, how are you doing? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Nice, and we can hear you.
We can hear you. Things will be going well. What are your thoughts on the matchup today?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know anything about League of Legends, so I have no thoughts currently.
All right, well.
However, I am looking forward to watching this game and learning a bit about League of Legends.
Yeah, and you're definitely going to get a lot of good lessons here. 2 challengers. We got a couple platinum players and a couple gold players. Even the silver player is going to show you something really cool.
Hey, don't mark out them silver players.
Yeah, hey,
Yep, I've already watched Rayleigh play earlier today on the Rocket League.
Oh, nice.
Matchup.
Yeah, very close matchup earlier on today between Manchester and Marietta.
Who came out on top for our listeners out there?
Manchester did come out on top with a 3-0 lead, but Marietta did make them fight for it there at the beginning.
All right, nice. And better luck next time, and good games all around.
Yep, we are definitely looking forward to watching the next match.
I'm definitely looking forward to this match, as we do have 2 returning players, being Brimstone and Rico Rodriguez. They are returning to the match, and then we again have our 2 new recruits, who are Rayleigh and War Cyclone, that are challengers. This match is going to look like it's going to be very interesting.
Yep, and Rayleigh isn't the only multi-team competitor in the game today. Brimstone is also a part of our Overwatch team.
That is indeed correct. Proud member of the Overwatch team.
Very nice. So also just a reminder, we do also stream Overwatch, so when we get scheduled out to you guys, make sure you tune in for that as well.
We also have teams in Rainbow Six Siege, Super Smash, and are considering CSGO and Valorant teams. I also have word that there may be Call of Duty coming up this next year too, so hit the follow button on the channel and stick around for those if you enjoy those games.
Yeah. All right. Also, a quick shout out to the esports team coach, Dr. Williamson.
Any Matt Williamsons in chat? Any Matt Williamsoners in chat?
I think we're all Matt Williamsoners.
Indeed, we all are indeed Matt Williamsoners. And if you are a Matt Williamsoner in chat, consider hitting that Prime sub to the Twitch channel. Prime subbing to the Twitch channel is a free sub every month, and you get custom emotes, access to our Twitch VODs, and goes towards the program to get us better equipment and gear. So make sure you hit that Prime sub if you have it eligible, and root for your Pioneers.
Right. Here we go. Loading in.
We're loading in.
Going into the match.
All right, and of course we got to talk about the most important part of any League of Legends game, The skins. And I'm
The
seeing like
skins.
some nice skins out here.
Hey, that Ezreal skin's kind of peeking my eye right now.
I'm looking at the Project Echo skin, and I'm being given very strong Lucio vibes.
All right.
It looks like we are getting into the match.
Here we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, folks, it looks like Marietta is taking a strong approach down the bottom right lane if you look on the minimap.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Marietta.
Does it look like they're trying to bait someone out potentially to come into the jungle?
No, it's
Like they're all setting up in jungle.
Yeah, this is an actual invade. All right, we got the entire team from Marietta coming on.
The question is, do they know that they are right next to Mount
Oh,
Union?
they've spotted him. They've definitely spotted him. This is about to be a bloodbath right off the bat, folks. Get ready.
Be careful.
Marietta on the flank. Going on boosted Billy. Boosted Billy dropping down low HP. Can they cut the kill? He used the flash to escape.
Oh, man.
Minions have spawned. Looks like Marietta's going to back off for now.
That was really good for Marietta. We already got one flash from, I do believe that's the ADC boosted Billy. So that's actually really good for Marietta, and whatever is like what they tried to do to get the enemy team to waste the resources did indeed end up happening.
Where is Marietta looking to set up now? Oh, it looks like they're going after the
Blue buff.
the blue buff.
Yep, this is a leash for those that don't know. Just to help Brimstone kind of start off his pathing, right? With okay, we got the alright, both junglers.
Both teams did end up getting their prospective buffs.
Alright. Let's see.
We have Relic up against Sanctus Heals right now. Let's see how this matchup's gonna go down. Relic getting support from his minions here. We do have Mewtwo up against... Oh. Rico in a 2v2 situation right now with War Cyclone. Let's see how this one would like to play out. Boosted Billy is around half HP now. It looks as though both teams are just trying to farm gold at the moment.
So we're getting a feel for how each other are playing.
Yeah. Great.
Looks like War Cyclone is going in on boosted Billy to get the kill. Gets him just about a quarter HP while Brimstone's getting chased by Sanctus Heal, but he gets back up. Sanctus Heal is going down. Really looking to get the kill. He has to retreat though, as he is now in a 1-on-3. Retreats into the jungle. War Cyclone coming for the support. Relic going in with the flash so Sanctus Heals. Relic takes down Sanctus Heals. That's the first kill of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Relic, War Cyclone with another kill. It's a 3-on-1. They're going after Otis now. They choose to back off now for now.
Right. That
Positive
went
exchange for the Pioneers there, trading 2 for 1.
Yes,
Alright.
very much
Like
indeed.
they could be going for more.
Mewtwo.
Yuki is going after Jaden.
Alright, so what we just saw there is the first blood going to Mount Union. However, that was followed up by 2 kills from Marietta College.
One by Relic and one by War Cyclone. Almost 3 kills. But Marietta did choose to back off at the given time and are continuing to farm up gold.
No, this is definitely going to be interesting. Mewtwo better be careful up on top lane. That Shen's no joke.
Looks like Marietta has a slight gold lead of about 200.
Looks like Mewtwo is probably going to go down to Jaden here, but he is backing up to his tower to get support from his minions and his tower. Those of you who do not know, if a champion goes to their respective towers, if another enemy champion tries to attack them while they're in their tower, the tower will attack the champion.
Like Marietta's playing this very conservatively, backed up to most of their towers.
Let's see how Rico and War Cyclone both want to play this. They want to go in the engage. Rico gets stunned out. War Cyclone stuns off Otis the Brutus. Are they going to get the kill though? Rico Rodriguez and War Cyclone are chasing.
It looks like they're supposed to back out.
Relic going in with the stun.
Going for it, but there's 2v1 now.
Yeah. Mount Union's mid laner was very fortunate. Their jungler was in the area. That could have been really bad for them.
Yeah, Marietta is seeming to go on the aggressive here, trying to engage with fights and waiting for Mount
Oh no,
Union
Mewtwo cut out in the... Was trying to retreat to his tower. Relic getting the stun on the kill. Can he clean up the kill though? It seems as though he cannot, as Sanctus just back out to his prospective tower.
All of the good trades today.
As you can see, Marietta at the moment does have the gold lead in the matchup, so they should be coming out on top here when it comes to builds.
Alright.
Each player is going to be building up their respective builds for their champion.
Alright, Marietta currently leading with the gold by about 600, so let's see if they can maintain this lead. Dragon's coming up pretty soon, and Brimstone is pathing down bot lane. We might see Marietta get the dragon. With Marietta also with lane priority as well. This is... Oh, no. Mount Union's jungler's in the area.
Warcyclone and Rico are preventing them from pushing past this type, but they is now going into a 3-on-2.
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to make anything out of it.
He did miss his ability though. Warcyclone and Rico may be able to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
This battle between Muki and Jaden has been going on for quite a while as they both are taking control of the top left lane if you look to the minimap. Brimstone coming in with support on the 3v2. It seems as though both teams are struggling for that mid-map control at the bottom right lane.
Yeah.
It seems as though whoever can maintains control over that point will end up getting the lead in the game.
Yeah. However, I'd like to take everyone's attention to the map. Marietta does have a lot of wards deep in bot lane jungle for Mount Union's jungle. It's pretty nice to know where the opposing team's jungler is.
Oh no, Muki gets stunned out, he's getting cleaned up, Speedy Kinoja coming in for the cleanup, Jaden and Muki goes down. Are they able to capitalize off this and maybe take a tower in the top left lane?
It looks like the Mount Union has closed out that gold lead.
It seems as though Marietta...
Going for the dragon.
Yeah, Marietta is going for the dragon, as dragon has spawned. Seems as they are going to get the dragon buff.
Unless some sort of heal comes through.
I don't think Mount Union can stop them, so Marietta does get the buff from the dragon. Let's see how this is going to play out now. Raylick looking to go in for the kill.
Now, for those who don't know, what buff did that dragon just give?
I do believe that was the Ocean Drink, which is going to help with regeneration for the champions. So right now we're going to see Marietta kind of regenerating a lot of their HP a lot faster.
As you can see, just very slightly, Mount Union has actually taken over gold control now.
Yeah, it's still pretty close. 2v2, that last kill for them really did help them out. We do see the Mount Union's jungler is taking Brimstone's Krugs, which was like...
What's interesting here is that Mount Union has taken the gold lead. Something that Marietta had a firm control over for the beginning of the map.
That is true. We are going to see how that is going to play out for the rest of the map. Brimstone looking to get the blue buff here, and succeeds.
Brimstone is pretty far behind the enemy jungler.
Yeah, Brimstone's got to catch up here. Muki looking to get the kill and Speedy Kill Ninja, but Speedy Kill Ninja will be getting support.
That looks like he is going to be teleporting back to spawn, it looks like.
Rico and Warcyclone are actually taking the advantage here and pushing up into the enemy tower. As you can see, that they have finally broken the barrier between holding the middle of that bottom right lane. They've finally been able to push forward. Looks as though they are going to back off now because they have no minions.
Yep, temporary reset while they regain minions, it would seem.
Marietta closing in on the gold gap.
Yep, that gold gap is much smaller now.
Yeah,
We are about 8 minutes into the game and neither team has taken that tower though. But Marietta did take the dragon buff, so they need to take advantage of that and hopefully get a tower within the next couple of minutes.
I was told that was the red drake and that gives a attack boost.
Attack boost? Oh, Raylick going in for the kill. Gets drowsies. Oh, he gets fallen asleep. Oh no, Raylick, he has to retreat.
That is a pretty bad trade for Raylick right there. However, that I do believe out of all the trades between the mid laners, that was the first one that he was really unfavorable in. However, if I was does sound like Brimstone is playing pretty well. He's took a Rift Herald actually, which is pretty nice. So right now, if I was Marietta, I would just keep this kind of controlled game style. Right now, they're currently taking all the objectives. Their mid laner's doing pretty well right now.
Brimstone looking to get another objective.
Is pretty low. He just hit level 6, so he is behind Greedy, Kill, and Ninja. So right now, I would just tell Brimstone, like, you know what, farm up, like make sure that like when we need you, that you're there for the team fights, and keep controlling this place.
Looks like Speedy Kill is looking to get another objective. This is not going very well for Marietta as they need to get back on capturing all those objectives from Mount Union.
Looks like both of the bot laners are going to be channeling, which means that there is an opening for Marietta potentially.
This 1v1 going down between Miyuki and Jaden has been going on for a while now. Seems as though they both are trying to get that control of that top left lane in the minimap.
Brimstone is out here helping a War Cyclone, it appears. Or Rayleigh. Forget which one. Rayleigh, I believe.
Alright, yeah. Alright, good job to Miyuki. I know it's not hard, it's hard going up against some Shen on the top lane, but he's doing it.
Since the match, neither team has destroyed a tower. However, both teams have killed 2 people, and Mount Union has a slight gold lead of about 400.
It looks as though Otis, the Brutus, and Boosted Billy are looking to take a fight against Rico and War Cyclone. Let's see how it goes down here. War Cyclone with the level up to level 7.
Alright. This is going to be interesting. Alright, we already see from the items that, in terms of jungle items, Mount Union is looking ahead. We already got that first jungle item from Speedy Kill a Ninja. Amazing, I love it. And
Love the names here.
while Brimstone hasn't even finished boots, this is...
Looks as though Jaden's looking to take an aggressive stance against the tower, but he is getting attacked by the enemy tower.
There's Rude.
Rico taking an aggressive stance against Otis the Brutus with backup by War Cyclone. Can they take them both down?
No.
Looks like as they are chasing, but they are just trying to press forward against to the enemy tower.
Alright. I'm going.
Mount Union, Boostability, and Otis the Brutus are going to have to back off here as they have no support from their minions.
Yeah.
Sanctus Heals going in the flash after Relic!
Oh, he's gonna
Relic gets caught asleep. Sanctus Heals looking to capitalize on it. Relic about to have back down to half HP.
Nice play once again from... who is that?
Sanctus Heal.
That is Relic and Sanctus Heal in the current 1v1 right now.
Keeping the trades pretty fair right now. I'm expecting Marietta to start playing around Drake. This will be very interesting, however. Shen, they gotta watch...
There are a lot of people in the jungle.
They gotta watch out for Shen, though. Shen's ult, while keeping Mewtwo back up against her tower, is going to leave him free.
It looks as though Sanctus Heals is looking to make an aggressive stance through the mid lane here.
Alright.
Relic is doing a good job of pressuring him out, though.
Both junglers are in the area, which is a testament to their skill. They both path correctly. This is... Alright, I see Marietta...
taking a solo in bot lane right now.
Marietta is down by Drake. You can see Mount Union's already pinging, saying that they see them.
Oh, War Cyclone might be getting caught out of position here, but he is going to help his team in getting the buff. Marietta looking to take down the next dragon. However, Mount Union is coming to stop them. They stun Brimstone. Brimstone going down the low HP. Brimstone gets killed. That is one kill capitalized onto Mount Union.
Wait for the Mount
Rico Rodriguez.
Where is it?
Rico Rodriguez going in for the kill. Boostability. That's a double kill for War Cyclone. That's a double kill for War Cyclone. Maybe a triple kill for War Cyclone. Marietta looking to go to get the kill onto the dragon and clean up the rest of Mount Union. Mount Union, Marietta has taken the gold against lead. Miyuki is chasing down Jaden along with War Cyclone and Relic. Looks as though they are going to clean up the kill here. That is a kill for Relic. Relic has to flash out as Sanctus Heal is pressuring him. Relic is probably going to go down to Sanctus Heals here. He is getting back up by War Cyclone. War Cyclone and Relic going after Sanctus Heals. Can they get the kill? War Cyclone shuts down Sanctus Heals.
Alright.
Marietta is now leading in gold by about 1.1k while also leading in kills. But as you can see, we are about 13 minutes into the game and neither team has taken the tower. Marietta has to take advantage of this right now as Brimstone is about to get another buff. They have to take advantage and take a tower now. This is their opportunity.
I will say, that was definitely a very interesting fight. Both teams taking pretty big loss. Marietta did lose out on the smite battle for Drake. However, thanks to Mewtwo, they did indeed turn that fight around, which was pretty nice for them. So,
what buffs does the Cloud Drake give? As that was the Drake that was just stolen.
Cloud Drake, if my memory serves, that is a speed buff. So we're gonna see how far they can run around with that. That'll definitely help Ezreal right here, who's now able to run away from a little bit more scary people such as Jarvan and even Nautilus, getting away from the Nautilus. So right now we're seeing Rayleigh dodging, very nice. However, we're also seeing that there's a lot of wards in the jungle right now for Mount Union, so they do know where Brimstone is, and we're seeing
Possibly the first tower falling in favor of Marietta, although there is a peel coming from Otis the Brodus.
Yep.
Although Rico and War Cyclone maybe will return this.
Boosted Billy looking to turn around and get support from their minions to take a stance against Boosted Billy and Otis the Brodus here. Maybe potentially killing them both and taking control over the first tower of the match.
Yep.
It looks as though they are going to push into the tower. Rico looking to take down the tower. Tower's about quarter of health HP.
There we go.
Red team does take the first turret in the match. Looking to get a double kill on Otis the Brodus and Boosted Billy. Both get stunned up though. Rico Rodriguez going in for the cleanup. War Cyclone to back him up. War Cyclone is unstoppable. Going in for the double kill. Rico Rodriguez does take the kill on the Boosted Billy though, and denies War Cyclone of the double kill. What a taunt, man. He should have just gave War Cyclone the double kill.
There we go. Talking about that Jarvan ult.
Brimstone and Relic looking to take a stance on Relic, but Speedy Killer Ninja is coming in for the support. As you can see, Marietta does lead by about 5 kills now, as War Cyclone and Rico Rodriguez continue to apply pressure to Mount Union and look to gain another tower lead. But Rico Rodriguez is going to run back to spawn. Sanctus, what is he looking to do in the jungle here?
Man, this is... Right now, he's probably just like waiting, making sure there's nobody around coming after them.
Brimstone going after another objective.
Yeah.
Brimstone doing really well farming objectives now.
Now
yeah,
the gold lead has considerably expanded to about 3,000 gold for Marietta College. Along with their tower lead, this is looking like Marietta is going to be taking the advantage in this first map.
Yeah, this tells you just how important every single fight in League of Legends is. Just one team fight was able to put Marietta like so far ahead right now, and then bot lane with it solo killing the enemy team bot lane for against Mount Union. This is gonna be very interesting. Mount Union's gonna have to play very smart in order to come back from this.
War Cyclone backing off, getting a support from Rico Rodriguez here as Sanctus Heals looks to push the aggression, but has to back off as War Cyclone and Rico Rodriguez are pushing the aggression onto that tower with their minions.
Alright, it does seem
looks like 3 are going to the jungle.
It looks like they are going to possibly going for another objective here as a team. What is about to spawn here? Is it going to be another dragon?
Yeah, it's another dragon. I'm not entirely sure which dragon it's going to be. However, you do see that Marietta is prepping for it. Ryukyu keeping the Shen busy. Her teleport is not up.
Relic going in for the kill on Sanctus Heals. Can he get it? No, Sanctus Heals is just able to flash out as Relic flashes out for support, but Brimstone comes in for the support. Brimstone will get the kill on Sanctus Heals. Brimstone gets the kill. Can they clean up Jaden though? That is the question. Relic and Brimstone going in for the kill on Jaden. They are getting back up from their minions. However, War Cyclone even coming in to assist, but it looks like they're going to back off as they are looking to assist Rico Rodriguez in the jungle as he is getting ganged up on by 2 people.
Yep, and that's most likely going to be Dragon for Marietta College. With Matt
advantage, there's not really much you can do to try to steal.
And there's Infernal, which is going to definitely help with their attack.
Looks like they are going for the objective here. If Marietta College can successfully gain this objective, as Mount Union is, however, going to take a tower here potentially if War Cyclone can stop them, but he cannot. Mount Union is very successful in taking the tower. War Cyclone might get caught out here as there are 4 people on the side of Mount Union. It looks as though all of Marietta College is coming to assist. Jaden going low HP. Can they get him off though? War Cyclone focusing Otis Brutus. They decide just to kill the minions and back off. Marietta College did lose the tower there. However, they are up by 6 kills and they have a substantial goal lead. But now we have to see where both teams go from here.
For those who don't know, can somebody explain that to us?
Yeah, very smart play from Mount Union, realizing they couldn't contest Drake. They instead got a tower, which is not the best trade, but it's better than where they were if they had tried to contest it.
They took advantage of their disadvantage to get the most out of it that they could. They knew they could not capitalize on that Drake, so they decided instead to take advantage of the lanes being empty.
Alright, this also tells you just how important having teleport up is for the top laners and how powerful Shen is, being able to go all the way where his team needed him, even though he wasn't able to help completely.
It looks as though Mount Union is looking to take probably a mid lane push here, as there are 3 people, but Jaden is looking off to go into the dungeon. Sanctus Heal and Otis the Brutus are making a mid lane push. Rico just taking out the enemy siding.
Yeah, he has been spotted though.
War Cyclone gets stunned out. Rico Rodriguez coming in for the support. Can they turn around and take out Sanctus Heals and Otis the Brutus? Otis the Brutus are backing off for now, as both Marietta College players are backing out for now.
Alright.
Or Cyclone might head back to spawn to get that health back.
It looks as though Mountain Union is taking a very aggressive mid lane push as Marietta College does take another boost.
Although Marietta College is coming in to contest.
Rico Rodriguez and Brimstone and Rico. Looks like they are all looking to push back the aggression from Mount Union and are denying them their next mid lane tower. It looks as though Mount Union has given up on their left and right side lane approaches and are running straight down mid right now. Why do you think that should be?
They're definitely trying to play around mid lane right now, try to make sure that they can go either bot lane or top lane. Right now, Baron is up, so I do expect that they're just definitely trying to push everything that they can as all the laners are starting to switch around. Yuki go up against Jalen, which is...
You see Muki here trying to push back the aggression from Jaden, deny him that right side lane control.
Now Muki and Jaden started the game in the top lane and now are in bot lane. Why would that be?
Because bot lane switch. So what you usually want to do is sometimes you want to have different laners switch off if they're stronger or weaker in order to...
Which is though Marietta does take down another tower.
Another tower.
That is one mid lane tower taken down from both sides.
Marietta with a substantial kill, gold, and a slight tower lead. This is looking very well for us.
Now, Mount Union can come back in this game if they do succeed in taking Baron buff.
Yes, not only Baron buff, but one good fight. It's already been shown that when Miku's teleport is down, Marietta just needs that ult in order to help win some of their fights. So right now, if I was Mount Union, I'd definitely try to bait out that teleport and then take a fight once it's gone.
Relic seems to be taking down the last tower.
Speedy Kill Ninja looking to come and push Relic back. Relic getting support from Rico Rodriguez here.
But does Speedy know? No, he seems to be going back into the jungle.
Looks as though Mount Union is looking to take an aggression towards the Baron now. Looks as Mount Union does want to take a stance on the Baron, but they may just be looking to go back to spawn. Brimstone here looking to grab another buff for Marietta.
Marietta with with words all over Baron. Up. Oh, we're about to see something. There we go.
Yuki going after Jaden.
Jaden, gotta get stunned out here. Looks like he does not have his flash to escape. Will he survive here? No, he will not. He's not getting support from his team. War Cyclone still dominating. If you take a look at the stats at the bottom of your screen, War Cyclone is currently 6-0, has yet to die. This man is on top of this game.
He also has 3 assists, so he's been participating in almost every single one of the kills that his team has gotten. War Cyclone is really stepping up here.
Looks like him and Muki are looking to take a stance, maybe against Boosted Billy here. No, they're looking to go after Speedy Kill Ninja.
Nope, back down to Boosted Billy. They seem to be trying to push that bottom tower.
They definitely want to take aggression onto that tower, but Marietta does have no minions at the point. They can only rely on the 3 of each other. Rico Rodriguez going in for the kill. They're going on Otis Brutus. Otis Brutus gets stunned out and taken down. Marietta College looking to aggress on while War Cyclone gets shut down by the enemy. Muki looking to get out, but Rico Rodriguez coming in for the support. Brimstone, they have to back off for now. War Cyclone did pop his ult there to try and give Marietta College the lead, but did get stunned out and got punished. Marietta does have a still substantial kill lead right now, but we shall see as the game goes.
Relic, be careful.
As Relic is getting a bit caught out here.
Looks as though Marietta is backing off. They were going for the buff, and now they should turn around and focus it as a team now. But Mount Union is coming in to try and deny them. Rico trying to push them out of the side. Rico gets fallen asleep. Brimstone pushes it, going for the kill, assisted by Relic. Relic can take down. They take down Boosted Billy. Going on Speedy Kill Ninja now. All 4 of Marietta College looking to take him down. He flashes out, but it is just not enough. Double kill by Relic in the team fight. Relic having to back off now because he has 2 people pushing onto him. Marietta College will succeed in getting the dragon boost here.
Alright, that's 2 infernals.
And it looks like they were going to be backing out as they were all low health and would not like to be caught out with that low health. Now, something that is, I think, something we should mention is the level disadvantage between these teams. Otis Albertus is still at level 9, and
that is true. He is the only person.
The only person not in double-digit levels.
In the entire game on both sides.
Yes.
As you can see, War Cyclone did receive his first death a couple of fights ago, but Relic still on a roll. Strong 4-0.
Another 5 assists. Again, stepping up. These 2...
Again, Relic and War Cyclone are very assisting teams whenever they get shut out or caught out. Their rotations are spontaneous right now. Sanctus heals and Boosted Billy looking to take an aggression onto Relic in the mid lane. Rayleigh getting support from his minions right now, and it looks as though Brimstone is not far from him. Baron is still up, and we are 25 minutes into this game.
Yeah,
we still...
no one's gonna want to go to try to get Baron. That's gonna play on whatever team that has it properly set up for way behind. No,
Cyclone taking a buff. Brimstone also taking a buff. Now, what does Mount Union need to do to close this nearly 7,000 gold lead that Marietta has established, as well as the 2 turret leads that they have?
Well, right now, it is not...
Rico looking for a trap. It's Jaden.
Marietta should succeed in gaining this buff, as Mount Union would try to shut them down, but Mount Union may be going for the steal.
Right now.
Marietta College does succeed in getting the Baron. This is a fight turner, guys. Warsaw going with the kill on Otis Brutus, going in on this Boosted Billy. Boosted Billy going down to Relic and Rico Rodriguez. Rico Rodriguez just dropping a low HP, but they are looking to clean up. Jaden here as Relic, Warsaw going, and Brimstone are all chasing him down. Jaden going low HP and will be shut down. That is a double kill, ladies and gentlemen, from Relic. Marietta College turning the team fight drastically by getting the buff from the Baron. I believe Mount Union was trying to go for a steal on the buff there, but they were not successful.
Not going for a steal on the buff per se, but probably trying to get a kill, trying to get some of those Baron buffs to time out. However, that was probably the worst case scenario for Mount Union right there.
As
having Mount Union's chance to turn this map around.
It's
Marietta College looking to take another tower. Ladies and gentlemen, this game might be over now.
Yeah.
Another tower looking to fall. It looks like
Relic going in for the kill. Let's take this kill. Backed up by Muki. Muki in with the massive plays. As they take down the inhibitor tower first in blue team's base. Marietta up by a 5-tower lead now. This game is looking to be over, folks. Mount Union, are they able to come back, or is it over now?
I'm gonna have to say that right up.
War Cyclone, strong push.
There we go.
Gets shut down. It looks Relic is gone. Like War Cyclone popping off. Relic going for the kill on Speedy. Can Relic clean up on Speedy? Gets stunned now. Doesn't get the cleanup. However, there are 4 members of Marietta College looking to take aggression onto the towers here. They take down both inhibitor towers here soon and are going to be turning onto team's main inhibitor. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Marietta College taking map 1.
Taking map 1 in a dominating fashion as well, with nearly a 12,000 gold lead, 15 kill advantage, and only allowing Mount Union to take 1 tower, which was taken while they were going after a dragon.
All right,
really looking good for Marietta here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that very, very action-packed map 1. We're going to head to a quick break, and we'll be right back with the action. Stay tuned.
stream. What's wrong with my volume? Oh, really? I can see if I can do that. Does that sound good?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here into the game. Very close map between Mount Union and Marietta College at the start. However, Marietta College did end up coming out on top as once they got that Baron buff, it seemed as though Marietta College just steamrolled through Mount Union. Was Mount Union able to come back after getting the Baron buff or not? Was it just over by then?
It was definitely Mount Union did have a chance. However, that just every team fight they had just did not go their way. First off, like as I said before, from that first team fight, that Malphite ult just gets them every time. And if I was Mount Union, I would definitely kind of go back as they have the time and be like, okay, what do we need to do? What are the players that we need to kill to make sure that the rest of them fall like dominoes? Because if you kill Brimstone, he's just like a jungler playing Jarvan. Like, he's not really like their carry. He's not going to do as much damage. He's just there to be a body in your way. And then, but also we've got Ralik, who has just been dominating mid lane near the start.
That was true. Relic and Warcyclone and Rico were all holding a very aggressive stance and preventing Mount Union from pushing very aggressively.
Warcyclone with the 700 gold bounty. That is something you definitely want to think about when you're going up against that team. Got to take out that AD carry. If your AD carry on the opposite side has 700k gold, something's going wrong. And then not including that, but Echo near the end also has 700 gold, and those bounties are getting high. However, I do believe that Mount Union can come back. Probably all they need to do is be like, what can we do to make these team fights better? Which Marietta was just doing such a good job.
Mount Union was doing a better job around the 10-minute mark of the game on capturing objectives than Marietta, as their jungler did seem to take a substantial lead against Marietta's jungler. However, Marietta did stabilize and bounce back and started gaining almost all of the objectives, and in the end, getting the Baron buff, which caused them to win the map.
So right now, if I'm Mount Union, I'd either do a comp that does very well into team fights, or try to force each individual team, a member of Marietta, just to fight 1v1s, which seemed to be going pretty well for the most part. Not on the bot side of the map, but like on top side, that Shen was doing pretty well. During mid lane was also having kind of a back and forth, and jungle as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Mount Union ends up doing.
Looks like we are going to be going into the pick and ban here, folks. Let's take an example off of last map. And what do you think Mount Union is going to change up in their pick and ban this time around?
I think that Mount Union, I'm guessing just from one game, so it's probably not going to be super accurate. I think they're going to definitely ban the Echo.
Definitely, the Echo? You think the Echo was the main problem?
I think Echo was horrible for them. They're like, as I said before, like, that's oof. Big oof. And then also maybe take away the Misfortune, just in case. The Malphite is probably going to go, because Malphite won Marietta like a couple fights. So we'll see. If I was Marietta, I'd definitely take away the Volibear. That was very nice. Very nice for Mount Union. That Volibear was very scary towards Marietta. So, and then Shen as well. Shen was doing a very good job. However, I would have liked to see a better usage of their ult, though they did a pretty good job. Admittedly, there weren't and we were starting off with bans.
On Olaf.
Taking away the Olaf. Olaf is pretty scary with...
Caitlyn has also been banned on the side of Mount
They
Union.
again, Mount Union with the Caitlyn ban again. Do they think that Caitlyn is a very strong pick from Marietta? Do they do some potential scouting and think that Marietta specializes in Caitlyn?
Perhaps. That does seem like Caitlyn, Olaf, Master Yi were seen before. I'm not entirely sure about the Master Yi ban. Master Yi is scary if he gets a lot of kills, but Marietta is... They seem to have a pretty good idea of doing team fight stuff, which Master Yi is kind of weak at unless he gets AU Fun a lot of kills into him. And then with the Darius is terrifying against melee champs. So yeah.
Mount Union with the Misfortune ban this time. Yep. Do you think they're trying to punish War Cyclone?
Definitely. I'd punish War Cyclone and be like, please don't have Misfortune again. That was terrifying.
We'll see what War Cyclone decides to throw out now after that Misfortune ban. Looks like mostly the same bans from Mount Union as last time though, with the mirror on the Caitlyn and Kiana ban.
Yeah, we're also seeing a ban, and Marietta did take away the Volibear. Very nice. Volibear was one of the very powerful champs on Mount Union's side. Let's see what Mount Union takes. Alright, we already see that Marietta did.
I think that the Ezreal pick didn't come out too strong on the side of Mount Union. I don't know if they decide to go with that again.
Maybe, definitely not, because they picked Jin. Jin is pretty strong. Very nice. Got the CC and the Zac. Alright, Marietta's going to have to be very careful, because now we got a lot more CC and a lot of more scary ults. Zac's ult can definitely mess up positioning for Marietta.
That is indeed.
And then with Jin, his ult with his 4 shots, this is going to be very interesting if anybody in Marietta gets really low. And then
Lucian.
We have the Lucian. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. I'm expecting some flashy plays from Marietta right now.
Definitely, Marietta probably looking to style on Mount Union, feeling pretty confident after map 1. I know I would be.
Let's see what their third pick is.
Going based off of last map, I think that they're definitely going to be looking for someone to tank at this point.
They have the Volibear.
Volibear can tank, yes.
A second person to tank will definitely be very good for Marietta. Mount Union has Zac. So I'm going to want somebody, and there's the Malphite again. Yep. Worked out for them pretty well. If I was Mount Union, I would have taken away the Malphite, but we'll see if Mewtwo gets the Malphite and just ults into everybody again. That's definitely going to be an issue for Mount Union. However, Mount Union does have Zac, so we do have some pretty good crack control, some that'll mess up any kind of team fight. So we're seeing a little bit more, and the Nautilus from Mount Union taking away the Nautilus. Nautilus was very impactful, a lot of good CC. Seeing Mount Union with a lot more CC now than they had the first time. Alright, now we're back to second phase of bans.
Second phase of the bans. What is Mount Union going to pick to try to punish Marietta at this time?
There's
Going with the Echo ban, as we presumed. Relic was kind of dominating the enemy team with the Echo pick there. Last map, looking to shut him down. Looks as though 2 of the picks are looking to shut down War Cyclone and Relic. However, if I am correct, War Cyclone and Relic are challenger players, so they should be very viable on a multitude of heroes.
Yeah, but you got, and Mordekaiser. Interesting. That does seem to be, I don't know. It seems to, it's like, I'm pretty sure maybe one of Mount Union's players play Mordekaiser, but Mordekaiser is a very scary champion, like a tank that uses the AP, so I would definitely get rid of him too. Not a bad ban. And then the Ash.
The Ash ban. Ooh, that's definitely gonna do some damage. We'll see what War Cyclone and Relic do decide to pick in the end here.
Alright, what's the last ban?
If you are Mount Union, you need to make sure that War Cyclone and Relic are not the ones beating you. I think Mount Union would be fine if they were losing to any other, if they were losing because of any other player. But if you can be able to shut down War Cyclone and Relic, that should set you up better than map 1.
I think for Mount Union to come back in Mount 1, they need to win the jungle battle. They did show signs of life in the jungle battle for the first 10 minutes of the match last map, and they did take an advantage over Marietta College at a given point, but Marietta College was able to bounce back. So if Mount Union can continue the pressure and maintain jungle control, getting all the objectives, then Mount Union should be able to bounce back into this game.
Yeah. What I'm looking at right now is Mount Union definitely respects to mid and bot laner for Marietta, with a lot of mid lane and bot lane bans. Marietta taking away the Shen, mad respect to the Shen. That was giving Mewtwo some trouble earlier, especially with the Malphite. Braum and Malphite on Marietta, including the Volibear, is This is going to be very, very scary for Mount Union, with Malphite ult, Rob protecting Lucian, and then Volibear coming in with his ult as well, not including his Q.
The Corki pick.
Ooh. Alright, well this is going to be a very interesting game. Marietta, once again, taking a lot of picks that are just... Their synergy is pretty nice. Mount Union with...
What is the last pick from Mount Union going to be?
We're about to find out. Scion, it's like Scion's a nice pick. When he dies, he's going to keep going for a little bit longer before he dies for real.
Ooh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Silas. Got some nice tasty ults for Silas. Oh.
Union looking to have a strong comeback in this next map.
Yeah, that was a very nice pick.
Looks
With
as
the
though
Malphite ult stolen by Silas is going to be scary.
Will be scary indeed. Looks as though we will be starting up the match here soon, folks. We are at match point for Marietta College to see if they can take the dub 2-0, or will Mount Union be able to come back and score to take this map to 1-1. Let's find out.
Alright.
As you can see, Marietta College, both teams have switched sides now, so Marietta is on the blue side, while Mountain Union is on the red side. Those of you who do not know, the map is cut into a diagonal. You see that water like running through the jungle. The bottom left side is blue side, the top right side is red side.
Greatest enemy.
You are right to fear
Yep.
greatness.
Respect to Kiana, Caitlyn, respect to Master Yi, and
I do not tolerate
Olaf.
cowardice.
Darius taking him out as once again. This is going to be very interesting. Misfortune, respect to the War Cyclone. And then picking the Malphite once again worked out very well for them. It's going to be very interesting to see this game because Scion. So Scion's going to be interesting with his ult. He's going just getting it really quickly to any team fight or just any like gank internal is going to be very hard for Marietta to pull off. Zach. And then the Silas. Oh, Silas. This Volibear's ult is going to be stolen. Malphite's ult is going to be stolen. Corki's ult is going to be stolen. This is... very interesting.
Coward, may you die with your eyes closed.
So I go.
Alright.
Boosted Billy is speaking. You know, I don't know about you, Dylan, but I'm definitely keeping an eye on Boosted Billy here in this match. Boosted Billy seems like he is definitely going to be trying to pop off and shut down most of Marietta College's players.
He's got a lot to prove right now, going up against War Cyclone, who did very well the first match. And then War Cyclone with the Lucian, I'm expecting a lot of flashy plays, because Lucian is very mobile, and he does a lot of damage. This is going to be very interesting versus a Jhin who is really good with his CC and then his ult. If anybody gets low, they better be very careful. Alright.
Otis the Brutus. Now, the question still remains though, is Otis indeed a Brutus?
I do believe he's a Brutus. It has been
I
shown.
think legally speaking, it's in his name, so I think he has to be.
Yeah, he has to be the Brutus.
Otis has got to be the Brutus. Well, he is picking up the Nautilus in this map, so Otis has got to be the Brutus and help his team to come out on top in this next map. If not, Marietta College will be coming out on top with the 2-0 lead. Mount Union, they need to come back, have a map, and we can take this to a game 3.
This is going
I
to
think
be...
the pressure is... Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Mount Union's kind of win conditions right now, just Jhin getting as fed as possible with Silas stealing a very, very good ult, and then just blindsiding Marietta with it. Marietta right now has got Lucian and Corki, both are very scary. And so if we have what happened last game with both the mid laner and the bot laner getting a lot of kills, Mount Union's going to be in trouble. So let's see what happens. I do believe that Speedy Kill Ninja can do a lot of stuff with Zac though, so we'll see.
Well, we are heading into the map as of right now, folks. Oh, wait, nope.
Spectator delay.
We are in spectator delay. My bad. That is a bad call on me.
I think the pressure is on for Boosted Billy in this map because if you remember on last map, he he was behind in levels for a significant part of the map, and I think that really just set up Mount Union poorly for team fights. They were just at a level disadvantage the entire game, and leveling out the playing field with levels will make this comeback even easier for Mount Union if they end up completing it.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, Mount Union does need to have a comeback here. Potentially, I guess you could almost consider it a reverse sweep if they want to win this game, because they do have to go take 2 maps off of Marietta College in order to win the map.
Right, it's like right now, if I'm Mount Union, I would definitely try to pick my fights a little bit better. Make sure all of my is like we're picking the same targets, getting rid of the Lucian, getting rid of the Quirky. All right, the Malphite and Volibear is going to be scary later in the game, so make sure you can give respect to Volibear, and then but just make sure that like Raylick and War Cyclone are just taken out, because last game they were just tearing everything apart. All right.
Indeed, this is definitely going to be a very tense match. I could feel the pressure coming in from Mount Union. I do not want to be in their boots right now. They have got to play on top of their game to come out on top. Marietta should not back down. They should not take their step off the gas pedal. They need to continue to apply pressure and shut down Mount Union. They beat them while they're down, if you want to say that. We cannot allow them to look like they have signs of life, or Marietta could be in potential of losing the map.
Yeah, if I was Mount Union right now, I would definitely consider the tried and true method of pitching up a tent and then just beating War Cyclone down, because like it's already been shown that like if given any kind of room, he's just going to change the game in his favor. But also, like we also learned that we have to bait out a teleport to make sure Mewtwo is out of position, because without her, the first fight for Marietta would just not have been a victory, which actually set up the tempo for the rest of the time. Rest of the match. So gotta mad respect to Marietta for their picks. Malphite with the R, Volibear with the R and the Q. Stun and the slow. Braum protecting Lucian is going to be very nice, and also with his knockup as well. So right now, like the person for Mount Union is going to probably play around is Silas. Not only because Silas is a pretty nice champion to play with, but also because once he steals one of those ults, he can make a team fight. And that's Mario's going to have to watch for that, which I expect they will. And then Jill getting all those kills is definitely going to help Mount Union out. Scion is definitely going to be annoying for Marietta to deal with, so we'll see what happens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks as though we should be going into the match here.
Again,
all right, now again, the most important part, the skins. How do we feel about the skins?
All right, High New Lucian, very nice. LT Grey Braum, looking mighty fine, and here we go. All right, let's see another invade.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, looks like Marietta is on the blue side this time, and Mount Union is on the red side.
30 seconds until
Looks as though
spawn.
Marietta is going for another group up in the jungle, maybe potentially trying to bait someone out, as you can see in the
we just got both
bottom right side.
Bot laners, bot side with Brimstone starting his red. However, Zach is like warding his top side just to make sure that Brimstone doesn't steal his red buff like a Shiki jungler.
Minions
All right,
have spawned.
let's see.
Minions have spawned.
We
The
are-
action should be starting soon.
We are headed into the match, ladies and gentlemen.
Zach's starting his blue, so we're gonna see a pretty standard. Oh no, Brimstone is starting his blue. Very nice. He may actually go for the red. Let's see.
Looks like people are heading to their lanes as the minions are heading to the center. Looks like Raylick and Sanctus are having another brawl in mid lane. Very beginning of the match.
Oh.
Rico and Warcycle looking to brawl Boosted Billy here. Looks like they're going to chase out Otis the Brutus, who is low HP. Can they take him down though? Rico looking to back up Warcycle in here. Can they get the kill on Otis the Brutus? They do succeed. They're looking to turn on the Boosted Billy, but Boosted Billy flashes in and takes down Warcycle. And now it's just a 1v1 between Rico Rodriguez and Boosted Billy. Rico stuns him out and looks to evade. That chair looking very, very deadly right now.
It's like, Marietta did get the first blood, however, what did it cost? With their ADC taking a death and the Jin starting off pretty well.
Sanctus Heals goes in with the flash onto Relic. Relic looking to just pressure him out now. Both teams still trying to farm gold. As we do have a kill 2 minutes into the match on both sides of the team. Very much more fast paced than the last match where it took almost 10 minutes for the first kill.
Yeah. This is... I will say that I do like Matt Newton's choice of kills a little bit better, just because that helps the Jin get ahead, which is like the most important thing for your ADC. So if I was Marietta bot side, I would play a little bit more, a little safer. Nautilus I'm missing his grab, but that's okay.
Yuki again with the one-on-ones versus Jaden in the top left. It's as though Rico and Warcyclone are getting pressured out by Boosted Billy. But up in the top left corner, Miyuki getting taken out by Speedy and Jaden. Jaden went back in, but he just looks like he's about to get punished out. He should be retreating now. Miyuki should keep retreating. It's as though Relic looking to pressure on Sanctus Heals right now.
Very nice gank by Kill and Ninja. That was very nice. Got a flash out from Yuki. She's now pushed back up.
Jaden pushing up on a Miyuki, trying to confirm the kill. Getting a little bit greedy here, potentially. Can he get punished for it, though? No, Miyuki dropping down to a quarter of HP.
And it looks like the help will not be there for Miyuki, as the closest person to that top lane is Zach, who might be coming up again to try and finish off the kill.
Jaden's getting a... Looks as though Jaden's looking to get support in here as Speedy Ninja fades through the map.
And she got out very nice.
And Miyuki barely escapes.
It's a good play by Miyuki.
Miyuki continuing to try to deny Jaden their tower. As Warcyclone and Rico Rodriguez are putting up pressure on the bottom right corner.
Props to Warcyclone coming back up with the CS. He's now leading again, which is after dying once. Pretty nice. Up.
Oh no, Otis the Brutus and Boosted Billy are going in. Warcyclone trying to help assist, but Miyuki going down to Jaden here potentially. Brimstone trying to deny Speedy Kill Ninja the buff. He stuns him out, but Brimstone's getting stunned himself. Brimstone cannot confirm the kill he does. Looks like he's probably going to get a double kill as Sanctus Heals tries to come in. But no, Sanctus Heals is turning the tide as Brimstone flashes out. Relic there to resist Brimstone as Sanctus Heals has to back off as he is a quarter of HP.
Yeah, it could have been bad for Marietta.
Rico is still applying pressure on that bot lane. Individual fights happening at every single part of the map. So looks like it's going to be a very aggressive round for Mount Union.
Both teams again with the bottom right lane control, just like last map.
You gotta keep playing around Drake. More players are actually on bot side, so it's very important to keep that control there.
Warcyclone barely dodges the hook.
True.
Not entirely sure by the teleport, but Silas and Zach are there taking Drake right now.
Looks like people are coming in for...
Looks as though Brimstone's trying to deny them the dragon.
Boosted Billy is taken out.
Oh no, Relic with the kill on the Boosted Billy, but Brimstone goes in and gets stunned out. Supporting Relic. Relic and Rico are going after Otis the Brutus, but they decide to turn around and look as though they're trying to push the advantage onto the dragon and get the buff here.
Boosted Billy and Warcyclone traded there, I think. So looking like the dragon is still in contention.
Jaden looking to stun up Miyuki. Can he confirm the kill though? Miyuki dropping down to half HP. Miyuki almost dead here. Relic having to back off the fight.
Dragon is most likely
Looks as though Brimstone is looking to secure the kill onto the Drake. Sancticios comes to try and take it, but they get the buff. Brimstone and War Cyclone are going to get the kill onto Sancticios, but Sancticios does get support from Otis the Brutus, and it looks as though this fight might be turning around. War Cyclone cut out by 3 people, gets stunned out, tries to flash out, but does not get it. Speedy Kill Ninja is chasing down War Cyclone and will confirm the kill.
This is a good start for Mount Union. It looks like
Mount Union looking to chase down Relic, but Relic kills Sancticios. Jaden looking to kill up Muki. Muki down to quarter of HP. Muki going down. He's 1 HP. Muki is slain. As Speedy Kill Ninja in boosted ability are chasing down Relic. Relic is going to fall here. Speedy Kill Ninja flashes through the map, shuts down Relic. Mount Union coming out with an aggressive stance right now. Looks as though they can capitalize off this and possibly take a tower, as they did get the... Marietta College did end up getting the boost, but Mount Union was able to capitalize and kill them all. Why do you think that was?
Well, that was very well from Mount Union. A lot of mistakes by Marietta. First off, Brimstone like dying right there. Silas did end up dying as well, but like, ooh, Mewtwo also getting solo kill, which never feels great. But right now, it's still anybody's game right now. This is
Mewtwo looking to take it to Jaden, push back on their lane.
Yeah, we did have to forget. Don't forget that Marietta did get 3, so if they're able to keep that up, the late game might be theirs. We have seen from War Cyclone that he's able to keep up.
War Cyclone looking to pressure out boosted Billy and Otis the Brutus with support by Rico. Relic taking a stance in the mid lane against Sancticios.
And Silas does have his ult up, so we have to be Marietta has to be very careful with the team fights, unless he steals something really powerful.
Little boosted Billy missing his beam there. War Cyclone going in for the kill. Boosted Billy drops down to 1 HP. They're trying to stun out Otis the Brutus, but he does get support by Speedy Kill Ninja. Right now, Marietta College in a 3-on-2. Looks like they are going to back off, even though Mount Union's players are low HP. Relic here with a sneaky kill onto Sancticios, looking to stun him out. Misses. Oh no! Relic getting punished potentially. He might have to back off here, but he is getting support from Brimstone. Going in for the kill onto Sancticios, but Sancticios does back off to his turret. 8 minutes into the game, and no one has taken a turret just yet.
Although Mount Union does have a pretty substantial 1,000
Jaden stunning out Muki. It's as though Marietta College is taking down the first health bar of the tower. And they're looking to just retreat now.
Looks like Jaden is going to be potentially triple teamed by Relic, Brimstone, and Muki. This could be big if it turns up well for them.
Brimstone and Relic did not going for the buff there. I thought that they would be looking to go for the buff there. Oh, they are going for definitely a different objective, as it looks as though Sancticios is trying to come deny Brimstone potentially.
I think Sancticios thought that the rest of the team was going to go to
Brimstone does
that
succeed,
buff, and it looks like they baited Zach, and now they're going to go after the tower, after the objective.
Alright.
Jaden and Muki still in the one-on-one.
You just gotta be careful. Yeah, we see this Silas with level 7.
Blue team has stolen the Rift Herald. This could be a potential turnaround for Marietta College here.
Yep. Brimstone coming in, stealing it at the last possible second.
Nice.
So it looked like the Sanctus and Speedy were going to get that, but Brimstone
So
will get it
Jaden is looking to capitalize on the low HP of Muki here. And he has minion control. They could capitalize on this. However, Rico and War Cyclone are making an aggressive push. It looks as though Relic is on the run right now, as he was caught out in a 2v1 scenario.
No. Mount Union, they definitely gotta get their skill shots, or like land their skill shots, because I've seen a couple skill shots up.
Oh, Relic with an aggressive stance, going in on boosted ability. Boosted ability's cut out with no support from his team. Brimstone, Rico going in with the flash onto Otis the Brutus. It looks like Otis the Brutus is going to go low HP. Can they capitalize on him? A turret has been slain from Brimstone. Marietta College taking the first turret, while Relic gets the kill on Otis the Brutus. This map is turning around ever so slightly, folks. Looks like, are they going to be able to capitalize and take down this turret, though? Both Marietta College players are low HP.
Brimstone was taken down by the turret, not the other way around, I would like to point out.
Oh, that was my bad. I read that incorrectly.
All good.
Jaden looking to take down a turret, the first one of the match.
Yep. It's looking like a much more even series, at least in the early game.
Yeah.
Definitely. Both teams not that much of a gold or kill lead from each other. Now the question is, who's going to gain the advantage and take the first tower?
It does look like Zach is taking Drake right now. Marietta's just not in position.
Speedy Kill Ninja and Otis the Brothers are they're all looking to take the dragon buff here, which could
take the Drake,
which could be huge for Mount Union in this next team fight.
Yeah, normally never want to lose that one.
Looks as though the mountains rise.
What does that mean for those of us who do not know?
It means that the next Drakes are going to be mountain, and the only Drakes you will see are mountain Drakes, which help with resistance and defense. So
Mountain Union does have the Drake buff right now, but are they going to push an aggressive stance? Oh, Snake the Seal hiding in the boost. Look at the counter out Rayleigh! Slows down Rayleigh! Rayleigh tries to flash out! He's getting countered really hard. Rayleigh looking to get support. The only person close to him. Rayleigh flashes out and barely escapes. However, Miyuki does get stunned now. Miyuki might be getting capitalized on here. Miyuki dropping down to a quarter of HP, but he's trying to back off, but Jaden's just not letting him. Miyuki uses his flash. Jaden Miyuki barely gets out.
Very clever using her ult to get out.
Very clever using her ult.
Has the Rift Herald
Blue team does have an advantage now. Can they capitalize on Mount Union here? Going in with the flash. However, the ultimate's flying left and right. I don't even know what's going on. Sanctus Heals gets the slain on War Cyclone. Double kill from Sanctus Heals. Looks like they're trying to capitalize onto Rayleigh now. Triple kill from Sanctus Heals. Looks like they're stunning out Rayleigh, and they get the kill, boosted Billy onto Rayleigh. Mount Union has to push the aggression now and get the kill onto this turret here. They might be able to take the first turret of the map.
Alright, as I said before, they've really got to pick their targets a little better. It does seem that Mount Union did pick their targets a lot better. Taking out War Cyclone and taking out Rayleigh. So two of the biggest threats on Marietta's team. So it's... Right, I'm actually really impressed with their gameplay right now. They're about to take first tower, and with top tower being low as well.
Will they succeed though? Will they succeed though?
Coming into recontest.
They're backing off. It was just though not everyone from Marietta was going to push onto defending that tower. It was only War Cyclone and Rico. Why did Mount Union choose? Why did Mount Union not choose to keep the aggression there?
Because it just wasn't worth it. Minion wave was low, and Marietta was coming back. It's better to play a little bit safer, keep their winnings, and not let Marietta come back in this. Because right now, all Mount Union has to do is just keep up the tempo, and they don't need to take any risks that don't need to be taken.
Oh, Jaden gets caught out.
Oh no! With the hook onto Rico. Rico gets stunned out. Rico in a 3-on-1 scenario right now with Barry support. War Cyclone gets stunned out. War Cyclone looking to go down. But Otis the Brutus is going low HP. Otis the Brutus gets War Cyclone. The hook from Otis the Brutus, but Otis the Brutus goes down to Brimstone. Jaden looking to trade out with Brimstone. Gonna get the kill here. And he does indeed. This is Mount Union's chance. They have to take the tower now as Rayleigh goes down in the main lane too. Mount Union has got to push the advantage and take the tower now, which they indeed will. With 15 minutes into the match, Mount Union takes a substantial lead in kills and tower.
Yep.
Although Miyuki looks to be taking a tower of her own, so that could even things out in the short term.
Very good team fight by Mount Union there, and pressure and capitalizing on the mistakes that Marietta made.
Mount Union just seems to be capitalizing too quickly for Marietta to even get rotations around. You saw Brimstone was trying to come in and save his teammates, but it was just too late.
Oh no, Sanctus Heals looking with what I believe was his ult.
Yeah, he stole his ult. That was pretty nice. As I said before, Silas has a lot of ult to steal from. Lucian's ult, which is pretty powerful. Forky's, Blackman, there are just no...
Who's barely missing his beam.
Of options. It's insane.
This match is definitely insane, folks. This is a great matchup between Marietta College and Mount Union. What a way to kick off the semester.
Mount Union is showing us that they are not done yet. They have taken a substantial lead so far. Although the turret...
Blue team has gone down 2 turrets now.
Bot lane and top lane are
Brimstone looking to try to get his team back into the lead here. Capturing as many objectives as he can. However, are Brimstone and Miyuki gonna take a stance on Jaden here? It does not seem as though. What is Marietta College trying to set up now?
They're just trying to get whatever they can. They're trying not to lose I believe that's a Rift Herald right now, but they're probably going to have to give it up because there's like 4 of Mount Union's team members up there, and they're just not in the position to do it.
Yeah, it looks as though Mount Union is going to take the Rift Herald here, which is going to give them a very, very substantial advantage in the game.
This could be starting to snowball in favor of Mount Union.
That very well indeed. They just got to finish off that Rift Herald, and they do succeed. What is Marietta College going to do to bounce back now? It looks as though Rico and Warsaw going to try to pressure out Sanctus heals here.
Alright, what I'm going to have to say is if I was Marietta, I would definitely take a breath, play a little bit more defensively, come back to the team and be like, look guys, the beginning wasn't super great, but you know what, we still got this. Drake, it only takes 1 really good team fight, and they got you.
It looks as though Marietta is going to take a push onto Jaden here. They stun him out. They're looking to capitalize on him, but Jaden is very stanky. He's going to be getting support from the jungle lane. Speedy Kill Ninja jumps in to support his team. All Mount Union is in the fight. That is almost the Brutus with the slain onto Warsack 1. Brimstone getting cut out, gets stunned out. Again, red turret gets destroyed. Marietta College does get a turret into the team fight, but they are down 2 players. Jaden on a killing streak. Looks like they stunned out and are going to take down Muki.
Here dying in the middle of the enemy team.
I believe that Mount Union did not lose a single player in that team fight.
They did not, and honestly, like, whatever the result of this game, next game, I'm definitely taking away that Zach. That is...
Dude, this map is looking very intense, ladies and gentlemen, as Mount Union goes up to a turret, my correction.
Another Drake.
And they're taking the bush off the Drake. This match is looking almost close to over. What does Marietta College have to do to bounce back?
Marietta needs to slow things down. They're taking team fights that Mount Union is wanting to take and trying to take. They're playing right into Mount Union. Mount Union has been very good at catching out 1 or 2 people with like 3 or 4 of their own and just ending it as before backup can arrive. I think Marietta needs to play more safely.
Yeah,
Marietta does indeed need to play around Drake a bit more, as they are allowing Mount Union to take almost a majority of all the Drake buffs this match.
Well, the thing is that Marietta can't do anything about those Drakes because they always lose a team member or lose a team fight right when the Drake's up. If I was Marietta, you may not want to play team fight. Right now, I would suggest just if everywhere that you see majority of Mount Union
Warsack looking to go for the kill on Otis the Brutus, but then Mount Union comes in for the support. Rico gets stunned out. Rico might be getting capitalized on here. Rayleigh coming in. Warsack going with the ult. They shut down Mount Union. They're looking to chase Speedy Kill Ninja, half HP. They look to get the kill on Boosted Billy and Speedy Kill Ninja. Jaden gets the kill onto... I forgot that Marietta College player's name, my bad. Onto Rico. However, they're looking to kill Muki. Mount Union, how did they turn this around? 2 ults coming out from Marietta College, and they were not able to capitalize on it.
There's 2 champions, Silas and Zach. That's all I have to say. Zach coming in when War Cyclone didn't think thought he was far enough away, and then Silas
pushing down main with the Rift Herald, looking to take tower. This could be it. They're taking down the Marietta College's inhibitor tower. This map could be very well over. They do get the turret. This map might be over, folks. A very intense matchup. Marietta College might not be able to come back from this. They are definitely struggling.
I mean, they can...
I think it just comes down to, again, that was a fight that Mount Union was setting up for themselves. You could see on the minimap that there was a 3rd person in the weights just waiting for somebody to commit. And as soon as Rayleigh commits, it's just the 3rd person comes in and all of a sudden you're at a disadvantage. Even though Marietta started off that team fight well, it lasted too long, and the rest of Mount Union was able to come in and finish things off.
The Baron is up and ready now, and it looks as though Mount Union might be looking to take a stance onto the Baron and close out this match 1-1.
I think if Marietta can take this Baron, that might be a turning point.
Very well indeed. Marietta has to take the Baron here, but they also need to play defensively.
If they can take this 4v2. Although, with previous experience of taking fights that they thought they'd had the advantage, and it looks like Marietta's gonna back off of it.
Pew pew.
This is definitely looking a little bit out of control.
Neither team is going for the Baron immediately. It's kind of just sitting there. Well, it looks like Mount Union is getting in position to push onto it, as I say that.
Marietta just cannot afford to lose another team fight, and with the Baron buff like right up there. You can see everybody is trying to get in
If they
position.
can catch out the Zach, that might be big. It looks
Zach
like this
does
is gonna be
barely able to escape.
Silas is not
This
there
could
without
be
you.
the fight that turns the game either
Marietta
into the
needs to
favor
take
of
this
Mount
fight
Union or
now.
Marietta. Marietta has got to win this team fight. It looks like they're trying to take a stance onto the Baron here. They have to be careful though. Mount Union could come in and clean up the Baron and steal the buff.
Well, this is a very good lesson on why wards are very important. Because if you can see, Mount Union does have wards in Marietta's jungle, so they do know what where all Marietta's champions are. However, Marietta was not actually aware that Silas wasn't even close to topside. So, if they had known that, that would have definitely changed their decision and made them force like something.
Marietta had a 5v4 waiting for them on the Baron, but they didn't know it was a 5v4. They thought it was a 5v5, that they could be walking into another trap.
As you can tell right now, Mount Union has a substantial 12 kill lead and nearly 6k gold lead.
Rico getting pushed
With
on by
2 kills, Rico's getting pushed right now. It looks as though Mount Union is taking a stance onto the Baron as though right now.
Marietta is not really in a position to do anything right now. They have 2 people coming back from spawn.
Mount Union looking to take on the Baron and end this game right here and now. If they do succeed in capturing the Baron, how is Marietta College? It looks like they are setting up in the mid lane to try and maybe take a stance. They do take a turret in the meantime, but they are not able to stop Mount Union from getting the Baron. They are making a stance to get the Baron now. Coming in, getting the kill on Otis the Brutus. Otis the Brutus goes off. Ultimate's flying left and right. Otis the Brutus goes down. Going in for the kill.
Trading for Brimstone.
Speedy Kill Ninja is on a killing spree. They're all Marietta College are low HP. Where's Sucko gets stunned out.
And red team takes the Baron.
Red team
And
takes the
it
Baron.
Looks like Marietta isn't gonna be able to win this team
Marietta
fight.
has got to retreat right now. The ultimate comes out.
Yep.
They're getting chased left and right. Boostability takes down one cycle. Reiko barely flashes into the jungle and is trying to escape.
Mount
But
Union do
Speedy
not
Kill Ninja
chase
is
them.
not letting him run away.
However, they are going to get Drake, and that is going to be their 3rd Drake, 1 away from getting Soul. This is definitely out of control for Marietta right now. I am going to
Billy
be.
has stepped up significantly from the first round.
Yep. Right now, the people who are definitely MVPs for Mount Union right now.
I'm definitely giving Boostability MVP right now.
Yeah, that's Boosted Billy's doing work. However, I definitely Speedy Kill Ninja is doing work for his team. Let me tell you,
Speedy
he's
Kill
kind
Ninja
assist.
on the Zac, hopping
There.
off right now.
He's like was there for a lot of reasons. A lot of their fights went well. Boosted Billy and his support Otis the Brodus. This is definitely
Otis the Brutus with the massive hooks coming in here and there to put Marietta College, his players, in a 3-on-1 scenario where they just encapsulate them with Mount Union players.
Yeah.
I think the major difference here is just how each team is playing this. Mount Union is taking this very slowly and very methodically. They know what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it.
Brimstone, you
Marietta
trapped.
is very aggressive, but it's
Oh,
not
Nautilus
working out.
misses his hook. Brimstone dropping to low HP. Speedy Kill Ninja jumps in, looks for the kill. He pops his ult. Brimstone goes down. Speedy Kill Ninja is on a rampage. This could be the best. Otis the Brutus with the hook stuns out. Zach with the double kill. It looks like they're going to take an inhibitor tower here.
That may actually be game.
This could be game. Blue turret is destroyed.
Baron buff is up.
Otis the Brutus, they're looking to take down the first inhibitor of blue team's base. Zectus Hills does get the cleanup on it.
It all comes down to the fact that this Zach has not died. He's been a crucial part of every
5-0 stats with 10 assists. Mount Union looking to take a stance on this next inhibitor turret. How is it going to play out? Looks like they are potentially going to drop it to low HP, but they are not taking too much of an aggressive stance right now, as Marietta College players are coming out of spawn. They will take down the inhibitor tower though. And they get the cleanup on the second inhibitor, or Marietta will be able to stop them. It does not look like it. Folks, this map may be very well over in the next couple of minutes. Mount Union backing off.
Falling back. They know that they're all low HP. They know that Marietta is fighting in their spawn. They need to just reset. Again, they're taking the fights that they want. They're forcing Marietta to take its advantage of the fight. And as soon as the fight looks like it could be going in Marietta's way, they back out and regroup. And there's just no way for Marietta to get a foothold, because every time they think there is one, it's taken right out from under their feet by Mount Union.
Marietta looking to bounce back in this fight by taking an objective.
It looks like they will be getting a buff, but compared to the buffs, the Baron, the 3 elemental Drakes, there's not really this. They're gonna have to take a Drake to really get back into this, in my opinion.
Honestly, they need to take a Drake just not to lose outright. Honestly, this with Mountain Soul on top of all of this, it's basically a game at that point.
Marietta needs to capitalize on a Drake here if they want to bounce back into the game, but however, Mount Union does have a substantial, nearly 10k gold lead and 4 towers with a massive kill lead at the moment.
Brimstone is getting trapped again. This is exactly what I've been saying. They're just getting caught out in fights that advantage Mount Union.
I think that's mainly prior. I think that
3v1 against Rico.
I think that mainly might be because of Otis the Bird is playing around those people that Marietta College are trying to get caught out in the one-on-ones, and then Otis the British just comes out with the hook, and all of a sudden it's a 3-on-1 Mount Union versus Marietta.
If I was Mount Union, I would definitely work on making sure all my
Melee going in for the kill, and Sanctus and gets it. Sanctus goes down. Are they going to put a push onto Jaden now? Jaden looking to push into their spawn.
That is in their advantage. They could turn around and kill Jaden.
Jaden, oh no, but they have to protect their inhibitor towers. There is 4 people going towards it, and Jaden is on the flank too. They do end up getting the tower killed.
They're just holding up the defense very well. I will say part of the reason that Marietta does have a hope for getting back is that Mountain Union is actually missing a lot of skill shots, as we saw there with the Nautilus. And if half, I would even say like a fourth of the skill shots that they've missed were landed, Marietta would definitely already lost this game.
Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen, as we may be going into the final team fight of the thing. Motorcycle straight, Speed Stability, that might be it. Speedy Kill Ninja is dominating though. He picks up a double kill, Speedy Kill. Rico Rodriguez gets Otis the Burgers though, however. Sanctus here slays Relic. This could be it, folks. It is now a 3v3. First over, dropping down the 1 HP. Rico Rodriguez, double kill from Sanctus Hills. With Jaden picking up onto Rico Rodriguez kills. This might be the map, ladies and gentlemen. That is possibly the map. And the ace coming in from Jaden.
And again, the fight looks like it's going in Marietta's favor, but the Zac has still not died. He's doing so much work against Marietta that if he's still alive, it's impossible for them to really win.
And that is map 2, ladies and gentlemen. Going into 1-1. What a series we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We're going to cut to a short break and be ready for map 3. It is going to be an absolute banger. Be ready.
I'm not too familiar with the legends, so that's why I was just trying to walk and take it in. It was...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in this best of 3 series. How are we doing today? This match is definitely a banger at the moment, with a 1-1 scoreline between Mount Union and Marietta. Mount Union coming back in this series. What do you think Marietta has to do to come back?
First off, I would definitely take away that Silas if you're planning on playing a lot of champions with very powerful ults. We could see there multiple times in game 2, Silas just stealing an ult and then just using it just to mess up Marietta. Not including that, but Zach. I'm definitely going to expect a ban or like a steal from about Zach, just because that entire game, Mount Union's jungler was all over the place, coming out of the most ridiculous angles. Brimstone just couldn't keep up. So,
do you think Marietta got a little bit too cocky after map 1?
Probably.
I think Marietta took fights that just weren't in their favor and that they didn't know weren't in their favor. I think a big part of that second map was the wards. Every time Marietta wanted to take a push, they saw an advantage, they were spotted out, and they had to fall back, which is unfortunate. But I think that Marietta is still in a good position. They definitely had a great map 1, and I think they got a little bit too confident and kind of didn't take their opponent as seriously as they should have. So I think that Marietta just needs to refocus, regroup, and come into map 3 with all the focus in the world and just roll over them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head on over to our pick and draft here. Just about. We shall see what Marietta decides to pick based off that second map. Mount Union coming out strong in the second map, and Marietta maybe took their foot off the gas a little bit here. Now they have to pick the proper heroes to put their foot back on the gas and take down Mount Union to deny them that reverse sweep.
I will definitely say I was very impressed with Mount Union. They noticed that they were falling behind in terms of team fights, and then they knew exactly who they needed to find, who they needed to kill in order to turn the game around. Middle is like they saw the Corgi, they took him out. Saw the Lucian, took him out. Right.
We were just getting things set up here for the pick and draft. I think not every player was in. I think as of right now, every player should be pick and draft link. So, yeah, maybe banning the Nautilus here too from Marietta. Might be banning Mount Union's Nautilus. They seem to, every single fight, somebody got hooked into Mount Union's backline and then they all just turned on them.
I think that Nautilus is definitely a pick both teams should consider banning, considering that both teams did win Nautilus. So that's something to definitely think about. I will say that Mount Union's strategy of taking, I guess, like a lot of the better champs from the mid and bot laner for Marietta did definitely help up a lot.
Oh, there, like I said, the Nautilus ban right off the bat.
Yep.
Definitely Nautilus was shutting out Marietta. Now we'll see what Mount Union decides to ban. They might go with the same bans here because that is what worked for them in the last
I'm
round.
thinking we're going to see a lot of mid and bot bans because that worked for them beforehand. I would expect that. There's Caitlyn.
That Caitlyn ban.
Yep, there you go. Darius, back to Darius because you don't want top side going just out
again
of
with the Caitlyn Kiana ban.
Hey,
is that a meta thing or?
I'm getting the feeling that that's some of the prime champions and the Misfortune prime characters for mid laner and the bot laner for Marietta. They're trying to take away their best champions because they know they are some of the biggest threats. Marietta with the Leona, which is basically a really good support that does also have kind of like a grab. And she's also very tanky, has a wide stun, so Marietta going again with the very powerful ult on their side. And
Zach is picked first by Mount Union.
Marietta did not ban Zach at the start. They went with the same bans they went with last time, except maybe, I don't know, do you like the Olaf ban? Should they maybe have banned Zach instead?
I honestly, I would have considered banning the Zach instead, or at the very least, just taking the risk with Nautilus, because Nautilus was doing a very good job. However, I do believe Zach was a much bigger threat in like last game than Nautilus. So
it looks as though Mount Union is going to be wanting to run the same exact lineup, but Marietta does get the Neko pick.
Ooh, okay. I see Marietta. I see you. You're about to. I think that's a good decision. Another powerful ult. I'm definitely expecting Marietta to either ban Silas probably the banning of Silas or taking him, just because like last game, Silas just took all. Like Silas had nothing but a buffet of powerful ults to take. So this will be interesting. With Sion again, so top lane better watch out for Sion because.
And to see that Mount Union did not take the Silas right now.
Yeah, they're
Interesting.
probably waiting to see.
The Echo pick.
The Echo ban.
Echo ban. My bad. Correction.
And
there's the Silas ban.
There we go. All right, I was expecting that one. As like after not banning Zach, I was kind of scared they weren't going to ban Silas, and there we go, the Silas ban, which is very nice.
Marietta might be able to come back into this game now. They did shut down one of Mount Union's potential carries. The Silas ban.
The Orin. All right. Banning Orin, and then banning Lulu. Lulu could mess Marietta up, so that's a future pick, a future ban that probably saved them a lot of heartache during the game. So let's see what Mount Union's got.
Last two picks are definitely going to be two of the most important picks of the rest of the game. Pike.
Oh no. Pike. This is Marietta is going to have to make sure that none of them are too low with Pike around. And then the Jinx. Jinx is a very nice pick. The late game and Diana. I see Marietta. That's a very nice win condition for Marietta. All they need to do is just wait the game out, and if Jinx and Diana can come online, Mount Union's definitely going to. Those Zac ults aren't really going to help them, or even just Zac in general, because Jinx and Diana can become so powerful late game.
Definitely a coaching decision between the maps as they're trying to. Maybe that's what they were trying to play around. They wanted to force Mount Union onto the Zac and ban the Silas so that they could counter the Zac.
It's probably not like a great counter to Zac, but it does actually help Marietta have a win condition that's not completely dependent on them just killing everybody. So this will be very interesting. Azir is a very interesting pick. I do see that Mount Union is going to kind of go hard with like not pretending, but depending on Sion, Jhin, and Pike to dish out the damage, while Azir and Zac just kind of throw Marietta around. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm expecting a lot of really big Pike ults. However, Jinx and Diana are going to be scary. Very
scary indeed, as we will be getting to this next match. This is match point for both teams here. Who's going to come out on top? This is a great opener for the Marietta College season. We are heading into the map shortly.
Go.
Right.
I do not tolerate.
Alright, this has been such a banger of a series, this map. This is the first match of the Marietta College League of Legends for this semester. Marietta ended 5-9 last year, so to go off on a loss at the beginning of the year would not be very preference. They want to start off the semester with a win, so they come out strong by the end of the year.
I'm definitely interested to see how the Nico plays into everything. Nico is also just have a really powerful ult. What seems to be a theme with Marietta, just very powerful. Just crowd control like off the bat. Nico with her ult being able to just kind of go in and just stun and. Yeah, just stun. And then Jarvan with Salt, like, just trapping everybody. Diana just dealing so much damage. Azir, with his ult. Depending on how good the mid laner is with Azir, we're going to see something pretty fantastic with Azir. Doing the second phase of banning. Silas, Mount Union's probably not really surprised by that one. Like, Silas, but... Ooh. Messed Marietta up the entire game.
I recommend skipping.
It is definitely got to take fights on their side, and when they want to this time, they can't afford to get caught out and out of position, get stunned out by Mount Union's players, because a lot of the fights Mount Union was winning were one-on-ones, and then Mount Union just turned it into a 3-on-1, and Marietta was not able to get there in time to support their teammate.
Yeah, it's just the Zac. They got pulled into a lot of fights that they didn't even want to be in. And then even when they were about to win a fight, just last minute Silas or Zac would come in and just clean them up.
True indeed.
Alright, we got Jinx with her map-wide ult, which will be very nice. Leona with her great stun, so I'm expecting to see some great ults out of Marietta. Pike, however, for Mount Union is going to definitely do something crazy in Zac. I'm watching definitely Speedy Kill a Ninja. That's the person that I'm probably going to be watching because his performance seems to get
off.
Yeah. From last game, I'm very much expecting Mount Union's jungler to really get his laners ahead, which just, as everyone saw, the snowballed ahead. So, and then Sion and
now
is it?
Boosted Billy, I think with the returning Jhin pick, if I am correct.
Yep.
Did he play Jhin last map?
He did play Jhin last game.
He worked really well with his Nautilus and his Zac, so now he's just got to play around his Zac this fight. But he definitely stepped up between map 1 and map 2. So will he be able to step up in this map and push his team to a victory? Boosted Billy right now is looking like the MVP of the match.
It's going to be interesting. Alright, we got the spectator delay. So I think right now I'm liking what Marietta is doing. Like they've taken away Silas. They know Zac's a danger, so they're gonna play around that. So I'm putting my bets on Marietta right now. How about you?
I think if Marietta can clean up their act, get a couple of fights in their territory when they want to win, notice their win conditions, and maybe punish Mount Union for mistakes on abilities and ultimate usages. Like you see, sometimes Marietta would pop like 3 ults in a fight, and they cleaned up nobody. So they just gotta be a little bit more precise, and then I think Marietta can come out on top.
I think that Marietta is the better team in this matchup, and I think that last game they just didn't take it as seriously as they needed to, and they got punished for it. I think that once they had gotten behind and realized that, oh wow, we're not in a good position right now, it was too late to turn things around, and they just got, every time they tried to take that fight that would give them momentum back into it, it would get shut down because they were already behind.
Right, and then Marietta didn't play around the Drake too well. As Mount Union got almost every Drake, bro. I think Marietta only came out with 1.
Yeah, Marietta got the first Drake of the map, and it was a steal, I believe, and that was the only Drake that they got.
Right. So Marietta has got to step up the game on objectives here.
I think Marietta's going to go with a more not passive but more controlling approach, going around objectives like Drake and Rift Herald, because that seemed to work for them the first game. However, the second game, with a lot more team fights and a lot more just fighting in general, they did fall behind, especially with I don't want to say jungle difference, because I don't even think it was that. I just think that Mount Union, just their synergy was just really on point, and Marietta just had the misfortune of being out of position one fight near the beginning. So
had the misfortune of being out of position occasionally, and also not having access to misfortune.
True, very true indeed. Mount Union definitely taking a stand on shutting down Marietta College's mid laners and bot.
And honestly, that is respect to Raylick and War Cyclone having the entire most of the bans from the opposing team being against both of you. It's kind of salty because, oh no, all my champions, but at the same time, gotta feel good.
Guess you could say that's the true definition of AD carry.
Yeah, carrying hard. We'll see though. War Cyclone wasn't able to pop off last game, so maybe he'll come back. Raylick,
he seems like he might be on more of a more comfort pick this time. Last round, he might not have looked so good on the champion he chose.
And here we go.
Looks like we are going to be heading into the match, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to come out on top? Is it going to be Marietta College, or is it going to be Mount Union? 1-1 match point in this best of 3 series. Game is loading up.
Right, and once again, I wasn't able to talk about it last time, but the Dark Cosmic Djinn looking nice.
Yeah, Firecracker Jinx catching my eye right now, though.
Yeah. And here we go.
People are spawning in, and the match is about to start.
All right, where are both teams looking to set up at the point?
Well, it's looking like Zac is going to red his top side again. There. Brimstone does seem to be starting on top side as well.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, they
Like-
do know that Nico is top side as well. Going to be interesting. Fortunately, Nico does camouflage, looking like another champion, so they can't be sure who is who, if that's actually Jarvan or if it's just Nico playing a trick on them. Flash and mastery. There we go.
Jaden and Brimstone looking to be having a staring contest right now. Maybe they don't know each other
Minions
out
have
there.
spawned.
Okay, sometimes you just gotta look at each other, and Jalen's just kind of hiding
You
out.
know I can replace you, right?
No, I don't know you can replace me.
Alright.
Jaden still just hiding out in the bushes.
Alright, both junglers going to their bot side. Okay.
Definitely. Not Union looking to take that off right off the bat, along with Marietta College.
This is gonna be a very hard fight for Marietta.
Relic and Six Seals again, mid lane battle.
Alright, if I'm Marietta, I'm definitely not doing anything crazy near the beginning. Their top is a little bit more late game, so what they want to do is farm up. Alright, don't pick, like, if someone's out of position, hit them hard, but, like, don't do anything crazy. Don't try to force team fights. Be careful with the fight, because that's going to be a real problem. And Leona, yeah?
Make Mount Union play at your pace. Don't let them force the tempo onto you.
Yep.
Right, exactly. Looks as though Rico getting caught out, stunned out by Boosted
Rico
Billy.
likes
Notice the
to
burst.
live here.
Boosted Billy gets the kill onto Brim Rico.
Yep.
Mount Union with the first kill in the game, definitely taking the momentum from last map.
They are definitely coming out aggressive, and like I said, they're playing at their pace.
That's
Union
definitely
has a
the
pace
Zac-
that they know that they can play at, and that they want to capitalize on. Although it looks like Sanctus could be about to get
no.
in trouble.
Brimstone goes in onto
Marietta is gonna
Sanctus.
take it.
Sanctus goes down, Melee with the kill. Maybe the Warcycle looking at a 2v1 versus Otis the Protus.
Oh, man. We're seeing, this is actually a very interesting game. Brimstone with a really good gank on mid. We support dying bot, and then Zac getting ready to gank top, so we'll see what happens. Keep your eyes on top.
Relic seems like he's committing with the help of Brimstone, although they're going to back out.
Miyuki is like Miyuki Kitty getting out. Miyuki 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 getting out.
Going in for the Warcycle and Rico in a fight on Boosted Billy and Otis the Protus. Can they clean them off though? Both teams looking to be at almost half HP.
Brimstone is in the area of bot lane.
Brimstone might be looking to take
Looking
this
to come in for
fight and make
support.
it
Boosted Billy dropping down to a quarter of HP. Warcycle going in for the kill.
Boosted
Can he
Billy.
get it? Boosted Billy.
Billy.
He's getting caught up by
Boosted
3
Billy
man in
in the
college.
corner, and
That
he's
is not where
in
he wanted to
trouble.
go. That is not where Boosted Billy
You
wanted
hate
to
to
be.
see it unless you're a fan of Marietta, so we love to see it.
Alright.
And
Nice.
Marietta has come out very aggressive. Brimstone has been taking a much more active approach to helping out his teammates.
Yeah, this is very impressive. As I said before, don't like force these fights in. Just wait until somebody's out of position, and a lot of people were out of position. Yuki's doing a lot better top side with the Nico, which is pretty nice, and she's even able to dodge like the gank, a potential gank from
Really,
Zac.
looking to
Relic putting some stuff in his
poking out
into his
Speedy.
deck.
Oh no, Miyuki could get caught out here, gets stunned up by Jaden, but Jaden's just looking to retreat back to his tower.
Relic taking out a ward. He does have this slight level advantage over Sanctus.
Drake is coming out.
First Drake coming up here in the match soon. Who is going to take it?
My guess right now is on Mount Union. As you can see, Zac is pathing bot while Brimstone has to at least is going to miss some CS if he goes down there. But he
Boosted
is
Billy
going down.
getting
Union
support
is
by
trying to-
Otis the Protus. Miyuki trying to take down Jaden. Stuns him out. Goes drops him down to a quarter of HP. But Miyuki is losing minion control. What is going on here in the jungle? Notice the bird is invisibility. It looks like they might be trying to take a stance onto the Jake, but Muki trying to kill Jaden. Jaden's just chasing. Half HP gets stunned now. What is going on? Jaden just backs off.
Backing away.
Brimstone taking a fight against, takes down.
Otis is down.
Otis the Brutus.
It is a big kill. Marietta is taking the kill lead substantially with already a 3-1 advantage. However, that could all change on the Drake. Looks like Marietta is moving into
Mickey
position
stuns
to
out
take the
Jaden.
Drake.
Looking to get the kill. Quarter of HP. Does not clean it up as Jaden will successfully retreat to his tower. Marietta
now
looking
the
to take the
Drake.
first Drake.
They destroy the ward, so looking like Mount Union would be going into this fight blind. And the Drake has fallen to blue team. And Jaden looks like he could be falling low again.
Oh no, Muki gets stunned out. Jaden looking to go in for the kill and he ults Muki.
Jaden going very aggressively there. Muki trying to bait him forward.
Sanctus is going in for the kill on the railing along with support from Speedy. This is a turnaround from Mount Union. Although Brimstone's coming in for the support. Brimstone takes down Sanctus. Relic and freaking.
2v1 and he could have potentially won that on his own.
However, Sanctus does manage to escape.
Oh,
but Rico gets the double kill. Coming in with support from Warcyclone, trying to finish off Boostability. Boostability backed into the corner. But Otis the Brutus is chasing down Rico, who is a quarter of HP, looking to turn his sights onto Warcyclone now. Warcyclone dropping to about half HP.
So those two might have to head back to spawn. They are at such a low health disadvantage.
Are they going to punish Otis the Brutus for trying to come back to spawn?
Looks like Rico is going to be heading back. And at this point, you just gotta kind of wait if you're Marietta on bot lane. There's not much that they can do. Although both champions on bot lane are going back to spawn, so Warcyclone is having the lane to himself. Brimstone getting more buff for himself. And Relic putting pressure on the mid lane. This is looking to be a very good game, although Marietta has taken a slight advantage already, which is exactly what you want to see if you're a fan of Marietta, because last game they fell behind early and it stayed that way.
Very interesting. Relic has already shown that Diana is definitely a champion to be feared right now.
Are they gonna punish Otis? They have the ward there. Otis will back off.
Boosted Billy. Oh, getting support from the ult. What is going on?
Looking like there's some peel coming to bot lane, but Mount Union is already falling back. It's not needed.
Yeah, Marietta College also backing off. Both teams probably going back to spawn. As you can see, there's not that much of a substantial gold lead between the teams, as they both are working to build their builds to finish off this game.
This is exactly what Marietta has wanted. They're taking slow fights. There hasn't been a major team fight yet, and Marietta has been taking fights that are always at their advantage. They're not making the same mistakes they did last time, where they instead of being the ones taken advantage of on the 3v2, they're the ones coming with the 3-man advantage.
Warcyclone pushing up the left lane, something we haven't seen yet before. As Boosted Billy and Otis the Brutus are taking out. Warcyclone goes with the ult. What is going on?
Just freeze mode, just trying to stop it. They split bot lane and top lane split.
Muki gets stunned out by Boosted Billy. As they are going to be taking the Rift Herald.
Unless Speedy can somehow get here and steal it, but they do
not. No, not indeed. It looks like they're going to be turning onto Jaden. Jaden getting cut out, gets stunned up, but he gets a flash. He's able to flash out and just barely escape Jaden with his life. But it looks as though
could have been big. Although it looks like Muki is coming in a position.
They summon the Rift Herald. They're taking it aggressive.
They're taking it straight to Jaden and top lane. This is the kind of aggression that Marietta is looking for this game. They know they have the advantage here, and they're going to push
Jaden is just stunning them out. Jaden is stopping them by himself, but he gets stunned out, and Warcyclone gets the kill onto Jaden. However, Jaden has the ghost. He's coming back, trying to finish off Rico, but does not succeed. Looks as though Marietta might be getting close to taking the first tower in this fight.
Otis is there to just apply some pressure, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's too many people there, and the tower's already too low HP. I think that tower might be lost. Although they do seem to, Marietta does seem to be backing off. They do not have the minion advantage anymore. Although this next minion could be coming in. And Marietta is gonna be, as soon as the minions are back, Marietta is gonna be going for it.
Otis just trying to push Marietta back as he knows that the tower is in jeopardy of being stolen by Marietta.
Channeling back to spawn. Although Otis might be able to, oh, Otis just misses out.
It looks as though he's trying to take an aggressive stance and just maybe hide out, try to get a sneaky kill on one of Marietta's players. But Rico maybe trying to bot out onto Speedy here in the 1v1. Nah, he's going to back off as
looks like a Drake has just
support from Sanctus Seals.
And looks like Marietta is going to be taking the second Drake unless some sort of steal comes in, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible for Mount Union. And that's a 2-buff lead with already an insane lead on the kills.
11 minutes
and the mountains
into
are rising,
this game.
so we're getting more ground Drakes or mountain Drakes.
11 minutes into this game, Relic trying to support in the mid lane, keep Sanctus Seals from applying pressure.
Marietta could be trying to catch out Jaden here, although
Looks like they're going back into the tunnel. Brimstone with an aggressive stance, trying to maybe bait out Otis, but Otis is too smart for that.
And Speedy is right there. I think they were trying to see if there's only one of them there, but there was just too many people there, and they didn't have enough time to capitalize on it.
We are really close to one team taking out the first tower. 12 minutes into this game with Marietta with a 2 boost lead and a 2k gold lead. Looks as though
a 4 kill lead.
Looks as though we were probably going to have another team fight here. No, Warsaw and Enrico decided to back off. But
They
Jaden...
could just be trying to bait the ward to push onto Jaden, but Otis is there, and I don't think Marietta can really push that unless they have more people.
No.
Looks as though Rico wants to maybe take an aggressive push here onto Otis. Otis goes in, stuns out Warcyclone. Brimston's here for the support. It's a 3v2. Rico kills out. Rico kills Speedy. Jaden looking to get stunned out here. Marietta College pushing the aggression onto Jaden, stuns him out. He does not have his flash. He can't come in, but Speedy comes in for the support. Warcyclone kills Jaden. It's now a 3v2, but they kill him. They killed Brimstone. That's a 2k. How does Mount Union come back for this fight? But Warcyclone gets Jaden down to 2. Oh, Speedy almost
barely gets out with his life, but it also costs the life of Jaden.
Not exactly what you want to see from Mount Union, but that was definitely a better fight that could have like turned horrible for them. So
Mount Union pulled that fight back with the double kill, but Marietta still came out of that fight even and with more tower pressure. So I think Marietta will take that. Although they would have preferred it to have been much cleaner and finish off the kills, Marietta will take what they can get.
It was really hard to tell who was going to have the advantage in that team fight, as it was a 3v2 and Marietta, and then 2 of Mount Union players came back and were able to assist, and somehow Speedy stayed alive at the end of that fight, but they did manage to pick off Brutus and Jaden.
There, we see a couple.
No more turret armor, and all of Mount Union's turrets are already very low. This could be a big advantage, point for Marietta to jump off on. Although it looks like Otis and
Speedy, this is bad. No, this is bad. The Brutus is gonna get cut out. They stunned. Jeralik's gonna confirm the kill on the Otis. Well, Brimstone's just chasing down Speedy. That was very bad play from Mount Union, with Otis just used his abilities to get in aggressively. Did not know that Brimstone was there on the support, and he just pushed himself into a 3-on-1 scenario.
Yuki just getting stunned up there, barely walking into the edge of that cooldown.
Yuki goes down to Jaden. Marietta does succeed to take the first tower in the game, however.
It looks like Yuki was trying to find the exact edge of that to try and move in on Jaden quickly, but Jaden just barely clipped her, and it just ended for her. But now it looks like Jaden might be punished, but he gets away.
He uses his ult to disengage.
Yeah, so that's really good job by Sion. His ult makes him unstoppable, so he couldn't be stunned, which he knew would happen because of Leona.
It's a big investment, but if he gets out there with his life, the team is at an advantage with a 5v4. Looks like they're trying to pressure down mid, but Brimstone getting ready on the Herald, destroying the.
It's just though Mount Union's looking to take a stand and deny Marietta College the Herald. We'll see how it plans out though.
Mount Union is probably regretting that they didn't take out the Diana, because right now that Diana is just.
Oh, Rico and War Cyclone getting
I'm
out of there.
with
They
that.
did not want to take that fight.
Diana is preferably Relic's best champion.
Oh, really? There we go. It definitely looks like it.
Definitely could be the turning point. Mount Union must not have known that or weren't aware of that, and this could be Marietta's chance to win the game.
Although Marietta is gonna let them have the Baron, they didn't really have another option though. Although there should be Drakes coming in soon, and it looks like there are Drakes.
It does look like everybody
Brimstone
is
and
converging
Muki,
on Drake.
they're gonna back off. It looks like they're trying to maintain control. Red turret, self-destructed. However, Relic going for the kill onto Boosted Billy. Now they're pushing onto Speedy Kill Ninja. Speedy barely gets out of his life, but War Cyclone does not let him escape. Relic takes the first push on Otis. Relic with the double kill. Going again for the triple go. Relic pressuring on the Sictus. Relic. Brimstone gets this kill on the Sictus Hills.
So aggressive there. Did
Relic
he get the kill though?
into the enemy spawn.
I don't think he got the
With
kill.
War Cyclone on the kill onto the enemy's Zag.
With the help of War Cyclone.
Looks like
And now they just take that tower for free.
this could very well be a turning point for Marietta. The match could be over soon. 17 minutes in and 2 turrets are down. They're looking to put a strain.
Could be over.
However, they are getting ulted. Ults are coming out. Jaden's on a killing spree. Jaden is just dominating all of Marietta College.
Marietta just got too aggressive there. They took a fight that they didn't need to when they were at low health, and that just ultimately came back to bite them in the butt. But it looks like they are still in a much better position than
Marietta retreating to spawn. Marietta retreating to spawn as they do have a gold advantage, so they are looking to build up their builds for their respective champions, as Mount Union is going to take this next Drake buff. Probably their first of the match, which could be very huge for Mount Union.
Game's not over until it's over.
That is very well indeed, Dylan. The game is not over just yet. But we are 18 minutes in, and this game is to the break. Marietta College, with the gold lead is closing in on them. They have a 2-tower lead.
I think the tower lead is very big because those 2 towers are right down mid lane. If Marietta wants to, they could push right down mid.
Yes, they can be very aggressive with their mid laner Relic. Relic can just run down mid for free almost because they had no pressure from turrets. Whereas Mount Union, if they try to pressure him, Relic can just back off to his turrets.
This is definitely a good position for Relic to be in, and he's already one of the best players in this match, so giving him more advantages, although it looks like he is now going top lane.
Relic, so far, looking to be the MVP of this match right now.
Brimstone taking down that ward could be important later on when another dragon spawns. It looks like Mount Union is putting a lot of people down mid. They might be expecting a push and are preparing their own counter push.
Fortunately, they were probably protecting Zach, who was by himself for a bit.
Relic going aggressive, but the kill gets stunned out. He might not be able to capitalize on it. However, he's dominating Jaden right now. He might be able to get the kill. No, he has to back off, but the turret is 1 HP. He could potentially capitalize on this with this. Brimstone support. He's going in for the kill on Jaden. Jaden's gonna get stunned out. He cannot have support from his team. Rico's there just to assist on getting the kill. And Relic dominating in this match right now. Jaden, Ghost, still alive. Just gotta deal with him. As the bottom lane, Muki's getting cut out by a 2-on-1. Can he's dealing with this? He's actually dominating Speedy Kill Ninja, who has to back off now. But Muki also has to back off. He has no support from his minions. War Cyclone just controlling jungle right now. As they do get the Rift Herald
down bottom because they think that this is their time to push down bot.
Marietta loses a turret, but Marietta also gains a turret in the process. They're pushing. Oh no! Oh no! Speedy Booster gets cut out. War Cyclone is on a rampage.
Turret falls. That was an insane skill shot there to take down Billy.
Looks as though the Baron has spawned, and Marietta is looking to take an aggressive stance and take the Baron out. Right now, Marietta. wants to end this game right here and now. And if they get this Baron, it may as well be over. Mount Union look as though they're trying to come in to stop, but I don't think they can get there in time. Only 3,000 HP remains. Mount Union looking to come in for the steal, but they do not get it. Marietta is just going to dominate this game now.
And I think what's important here is that Marietta is taking all the team fights that Mount Union was forcing on them last game, and instead of being the ones at the disadvantage, they're now the ones with the advantage, and they're also just executing the team fights better. They're taking 1v3s and holding them off until backup can arrive, and in the meantime they're fighting 2v1s and killing off the other team. So it just seems like Marietta has gotten it together, and they are just having a whole lot of success with their strategy of playing it a little bit more slowly and playing more grouped up together.
I think it definitely has to go with the fact that Relic is on his most comfortable hero, the Diana, and then the Jinx and the Leona combo work very well together. If you want to go more into depth about that, Dylan.
Well, see, as I said before, what we're seeing is that Marietta is playing around their strengths. Both of Relic and War Cyclone haven't really died that much during this map, which has, at the beginning game, Diana had like a pretty insane bounty, with Jinx having a 600k bounty right now.
And getting aggressive here on a Billy with the help of Yuki. Are they just gonna take a kill? And they do.
Oh no, Rico Rodriguez and Relic taking an aggressive stance onto Otis the Burgess. Otis the Burgess goes down. Oh no, Speedy jumped in. That is not good for Speedy. Speedy looking to get pressured out now.
Marietta is just taking fights that are advantageous for them, and it's working.
It looks as though Marietta is looking to take another tower here. Speedy is trying to back them up. Jaden comes in for support, but it's just not enough. Oh no! Oh no! Marietta College's players are low! They're going down! Rico dies! That's a double kill for Speedy! Speedy's just dominating the entire team! Relic dropping the low HP. Jaden gonna get shut down. Jaden just shutting down their team. However, really coming back in this match. Really, almost able to come in the comeback. But Jaden with the ace. Oh my god, what happened there?
What happened there? It's just Zion's just beefy right now. It's insane. And so right now,
we need to just hit their ults, and they all hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a Drake off of this.
Starting off well within Marietta College's favor, but like the damage coming from the tower just little too much and put it into Mount Union's favor.
Well, let me tell you what, this is definitely a game we have on our hands here, folks. 23 minutes into the match, both teams looking evenly matched at the moment. That last team fight was insane. Relic and Jaden are both popping off for their teams at the moment.
Remember, viewers, if you want to see more amazing matches like this, please subscribe to Marietta College's Esports Twitch channel, and you'll be able to hear us commentating these amazing games all semester.
I think that last fight just all came down to Marietta seeing an advantage, but Mount Union capitalizing off of their own advantages of having those ults. It was a 5v3, but they were underneath tower, and they had the ults, and they just were able to stun all of Marietta when they were all low, and it's
definitely think that the tower came into play there, because they did, as you can see, they did not kill the tower, so it was able to help Mount Union in their favor in doing damage to the enemy champions.
The tower died at the very end, and by that point the damage had already been done, and Marietta was already gone.
It's definitely going to be very interesting to see.
Marietta looks to be ready to push up top, but Mount Union is there with all their team, so I don't know if they want to take this fight.
Otis the Bird is coming in.
Union wants to take the fight.
Speedy killing Ninja with an aggressive jump in. Rico getting stunned out. He gets pulled in. It's a 4v1 against Rico. Two members of Marietta College get pulled in and get stunned out. Sanctus Heals with the kill onto Rico. Marietta with the kill on the Otis the Bird. But Mount Union looks to have the favor into this fight as Brimstone will go down next. Jaden is on a rampage as Boostability slains Brimstone, and dude, Sanctus Heals with the triple kill. Actually an ace. This could be turning into the favor of Mount Union as they're looking to take an aggressive stance down mid to take another enemy tower. This will be their second in the fight.
Again, this is what happened in the last map. There's a 4-on-5, and Mount Union forces Marietta to take it, and by the time their 5th person gets there, it's too late, and they die.
I think what really went into that team fight was the Zach pulling in 2 of Marietta College's members into a 5-on-2.
And they just got pummeled from there, and now Mount Union is backing off because they know this is how they played last map so well. They took those team fights, they took those small advantages and made them even bigger based on their team comp.
Definitely going to be very interesting to see how Marietta College reacts to this.
We do have another Baron coming in here shortly, and this one could be the one that ends the game, ladies and gentlemen. Marietta and Mount Union both know that they have got to take control over this Baron to win the game. Baron just farming a boost for his team.
To be honest, I think Marietta is in the position right now to take it as soon as they want to. They've got all their team members near the top and near the jungle, although looks like Brimstone might be recalling back to spawn.
As you can see though, in the top of the screen, that the gold lead has shortened tremendously, and the kill lead, that's what I'm mainly impressed about. Mount Union was down by like 5 kills, and they somehow,
at some point.
Mount Union has bounced back to 20-17 and 3 towers. This match is intense, ladies and gentlemen.
Mount Union is definitely giving it their all, and honestly, this looks like it could be anybody's game, although I think I still give Marietta the slight edge.
The Baron has spawned, and both teams look to be moving towards to take an aggressive stance on it. Marietta looking to take out Mount Union's players first. Speedy Kill Ninja is going to go down. Marietta looking to move towards the Baron now. That is what Marietta needs. They now have all 5 players. They can take a stance onto the Baron. This could be it. This could be match, ladies and gentlemen. Match point. However, Mount Union's going to come in and try and take a stance and deny Marietta College the Baron. Barely kills boostability. Oh my god, Relic is coming up huge for his team right now. Sanctus Heals goes down low HP. Brimstone will get the kill on Sanctus Heals. However, Relic is going down. Relic is going to die to Onus the Burtis. Now Union might be coming back into this as Brimstone is coming down to half HP. Warsaw will get stunned out and cannot capitalize on it. Brimstone gets shut down. Sanctus Heals on a rampage. This could be it. Mount Union is going under War Cyclone. War Cyclone's going to barely flash out. Mount Union. Oh, Onus the Burtis goes down. War Cyclone with the clutch.
Could be looking to turn this in their favor now.
That just was a bad
Although
play.
Marietta is in retreat mode, they are falling back to their spawn after a 2-player trade from both sides.
That match went back and forth. I think that if Mount Union was able to take out War Cyclone in that time, then they've been able to turn around and take out the Baron, and then they could have won the match. But War Cyclone had a cheeky flash out and was able to take out Otis the Burtis instead.
War Cyclone coming up a huge for his team again and again, and honestly, he's outperforming boostability pretty considerably, in my opinion.
This is a very even match. We have here.
Marietta is getting ready to play.
Looks as though Mount Union is looking to take a Drake, but Marietta is not going to let them take the Drake for free, as Relic takes out boostability and is looking to get the kill on Sanctus Heal as he pops his ult, and he does. Looking to take out Speedy Kill Ninja, they all turn onto him. He gets rooted and stunned up and cannot go anywhere. Relic chasing down Jaden. War Cyclone. Jaden barely gets out. Jaden barely gets out as War Cyclone does finish off the kill. It looks like Marietta College will be taking the Drake now. This could be the turning point in the match. This could be it, folks. They look like they're going to take an aggressive stance on the Baron now, as they can with that new Drake boost. They can potentially take the Baron, and that could be it. If they get the Baron, Marietta could very well take away this map.
Yeah. Most definitely. We were a little scared. Marietta was a little shaky, but it does seem that they're coming it back. Relic to just killing like all the AD carry, making sure that Izir couldn't do anything. This might be it for them.
Although it looks like they could be trying to steal the Baron. If
Otis does not get the Bears. Oh no, Otis the Burtis has to back off as he's low HP. Otis the Burtis 1 HP, but Marietta cannot capitalize on it as soon as War Cyclone tried to get him with the cheeky rocket there at the end. Marietta College just goes back to spawn as they are looking to press the advantage now. This could be it. This could be match point. How can Mount Union stop them with their Baron boost?
As I said before, you just that Diana. Once you kill Diana, once you get rid of Relic, rest of Marietta College will have a hard time kind of capitalizing on anything. Not playing that Jinx now is level 15. Which is very bad. She's got her items. That's what you don't want to see on Mount Union. So that Jinx, that Diana, if they die, then Marietta College is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Relic is having an impressive game, as you can see the stats at your bottom of your screen, with 13 kills. This cat man is absolutely coming up clutch for his team.
He is doing a lot of work that needs to be done. However,
I'd also point out that Brimstone has 18 assists. He has been a part of every single team fight, and he has been a major part in making sure that his team has the advantage in these fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, this may be the final fight. This may be the final fight of the match here, as we are going into the 5-on-5. As Brimstone gets stunned out, Speedy Kill Ninja takes an aggressive stance as Jaden just ults all of Marietta College. Brimstone going down to half HP. Can't Speedy get the kill? Boosted Billy gets the kill onto Relic, but oh my god, Jaden is just dominating.
Are you on mute?
Boosted Billy with the double kill, coming up clutch for his team in this match.
honestly,
And Boosted Billy is, I think Boosted Billy is the key factor. He doesn't necessarily have to outplay War Cyclone. He just needs to play at a similar enough level that the rest of his team can make up for it. And I think he's doing that right now. Although an inhibitor is getting pressured by the minions, although they will be finished off by Speedy. But that was an impressive pushback from Mount Union.
As you can see on the enemy team, Jaden himself looks to be the MVP as his team with 11 kills and 3 deaths.
Yeah.
While, excuse me, Speedy Killy has 13 assists, which means that they must be working very well together.
Jaden and Speedy are at the center of every single team fight, and Jaden has been being a part of all but 1 kill for Marietta, which I believe that was just a solo fight that he's not a part of. Jaden has been absolutely insane this game, and if they win, it's going to be because of Jaden.
You can see the amount of assists on the side of Marietta College. They're working really well together this map, as almost every member has had a shot in the team fight on some players.
Marietta is just needs to be able to be on the same page right now. They already know that they have two carries right now who are very good. They have Jinx and Diana, both of which are now online, are very scary. So all you need to do is just set up. Don't get hit with those ults at the wrong time. Don't get pulled into these fights constantly. So that and make sure that you're in position, because if Raylick and War Cyclone can be in proper position with the proper protection that they need, they can just pop off. Which apparently Mount Union has figured out, and they're doing everything in their power to catch Marietta off guard.
I think Mount Union is at a massive disadvantage because, as we said when the champions were getting picked, this is a late game comp from Marietta. So unless Mount Union can pull out more of what they did in that last team fight, I think Marietta is in a much better position. Although the gold lead is substantially shrunk, even though they have a 5-kill lead, they have less than 3,000 gold advantage.
Oh no.
Raylick died.
Jaden's going in aggressive. Raylick getting cut out in a 5v2, but he's holding his ground. Raylick is killing him.
No.
Oh no, Raylick's getting stunned out. He might be able to get punished. Speedy Kill Ninja drops the corner of HP. Brimstone comes in for the support. Pops his ult. Brimstone, Rico with the kill in the Otis burst. They turn onto Jaden as Jaden gets caught out of position and cannot get support for his team, but it does get a cheeky flash out into the jungle.
I think that could have gone a lot worse for Mount Union. Ultimately, they
This could be it though. This could be it though. Marietta taking an aggressive stance. Marietta taking an aggressive stance. They're gonna probably gain this inhibitor turret and possibly the first inhibitor on Mount Union's side. This could be it. However, Jaden's coming back into the fight. Marietta takes an aggressive stance onto Jaden. Jaden dropping down to a quarter of HP, half HP. Oh my god. Spectre Heroes gets stunned out in the middle of his team. Rico gets the finishing kill on them. Speedy Kill drops down to a quarter of HP. Raylick does not get the kill on the Speedy, but Jaden goes down. Raylick with the double kill. This could be it. This could be it, folks. This could be the map. Marietta College going up. Artist of Artist comes back into the map, but he goes into half HP and instantly gets shut down. However, Raylick does get shut down, but Brimstone does trade him out with the Otis of Artist. They're looking to kill the inhibitor turret. However, Speedy does not want them to do that. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. This could be it, but Speedy is not letting Boosted Billy in. He's not letting them go easily. He does take out Brimstone. Rico Rodriguez is half HP. If he can just take one of them out, then he may be able to keep his team from it. But he gets shut down. Oh no! Rico and Brimstone. Rico and War Cyclone. War Cyclone gets the ace, and that is it. The game is over. Marietta College with the 2-1 victory. What an intense match there at the end.
Kept it close the entire game, got handed to Mount Union. However, that last fight, everything kind of seemed to came together for Marietta. Just constantly pushing. Even though Pike got the ult off, it unfortunately was not enough.
What an intense game we had for the first game of the semester of League of Legends. I am very stoked to see the remaining of the semester. I think this team is going to pop off. 1-0 lead at the beginning of the game, went up 1-1, and they were able to climb back and deny the reverse sweep and get the kills and get the game-winning game.
Yeah,
I think the... Oh, you can go ahead.
I honestly am very impressed. Marietta was a little shaky in a couple of these fights. However, they were able to bring it back. Very good champ select and understanding a very good communication. And Mount Union, though, they did very well. Knowing their champions, leaning hard against the huge array of ults that Marietta really likes to play with, that are very powerful. And then only having that Silas taken away from them, which ultimately, I feel like if that Silas was not taken away, we would have seen a very different game.
Yeah, I think it does come down to that Diana and Jinx and Leona playing very well together. That had to have been the game-winning turn. As you can see, multiple teams with the kills and assists on each side. But I'm getting word that we have the MVP of the match himself, Raylick, coming in for an interview here shortly. So stick around, we will get word from him.
Yeah, I can.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, Raylick? Alright.
You.
How was your mindset going after going into the last match? Because I know that the second one, it was unexpected to say the least.
Yeah, it definitely was like pretty tough after the second one because we weren't really expecting to lose, and they really showed us that they were here to play. But we kind of just reset our mindset and we said, let's go back to what we are comfortable with and the style that we want to play. And like credit to all my teammates, they played well and we got the win at the end of the day.
So, Relic, explain a little bit more on the last composition pick. You guys ran the Diana Jinx Leona combo. I assume that Diana is one of your better champions. Was that more of a coaching decision, or did y'all come up with that as a team? That's what y'all needed to counter?
I think it was maybe a little bit of both. Like that kind of comp, we are really comfortable with running. It's one of our signature comps that we try to practice and perfect. Everybody seems to have like an understanding of what their role is in the specific team fights. As you could see, there were a lot of good team fights that happened to be like really clean, and I was glad that everybody was prepared to play that kind of style, and we didn't let the nerves get to us. We knew that they wanted to upset us, and we knew that they were going to come out with a vengeance, and we made sure that they couldn't do that.
That's pretty awesome. Also, my question is, what do you think going forward that you guys are going to work on? It seemed like your team fights when everything was like set up was just perfect. You guys executed really well and trusted each other. But there were a couple of times where things were a little shaky.
That's true. That's true. I think everybody on the team, it's really important to trust each other, and I think that everybody trusts everybody with like their how they need to play. But we're definitely going to be working on just playing more as a unit without the team fights. You know, not getting caught out as much. Maybe just looking at what to do in the downtime is something that all 5 of us can improve on, and we're definitely going to be looking to get better at that coming into next week.
Now, Relic, I will say that we have come to a consensus that you should be determined as the MVP of the match. That last map was absolutely insane performance by you with what, 18 kills?
Yeah, something like that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hey,
Appreciate it.
It was a great game. Good luck to you for the rest of the season and continue to pop off.
Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. See you guys later.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. We have no more games for the rest of the day, but however, we will have more coming up in the next week as the season semester has just started. So if you want to watch more of Marietta Esports, make sure you follow or hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way, supports us. I see a couple people donating bits in the chat throughout the game. Definitely a very hype game, very good way to start off the season for League of Legends and for Rocket League. They did have a pretty decent game coming in. However, they did go down, but they didn't look terrible. Definitely, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back stronger. They looked really strong together. I guarantee that they could probably get the next one.
Yeah, well, here's to hoping that Marietta College keeps the win streak alive with a close 2-1 game. And thank you everybody who followed and watched us today. You'll see a lot more of us. Once again, my name's Dylan Shoulders.
I'm Tyler Salanitru.
Yep.
I'm Drayton Piper.
And I'm Piper.
And we're signing out. Have a great one, everybody.